How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are all doing really good. We're going to be doing Chanchai's Dojo on a Thursday today. We might have a slow start, but that'll allow us to do some workshopping and whatnot. It should be a good morning, or a good evening actually, and a good afternoon. That said, right now, Throwdown Thursday should be just about finishing up, and this week we've had Akai has actually started doing Novus sessions that are catered to all levels of players, but especially those starting out in Virtua Fighter. So I really encourage people to check those out. They're on the afternoons, early evenings for the East Coast in North America, and I think it's a wonderful initiative he's taken with it. He's done it about 3 days in a row now, and I think that's really excellent. So I'm looking forward to it. Looks like it's happening almost on most weekdays, at least 2 a week, I believe. And I think it's a great way to get more people to get more games in, have a lot of fun. It does use the league format, but very casually, and I think it's a lot of fun. So please do check that out. Alright, I'm going to be posting notes to make sure everyone knows that we are live now. And yeah, we'll get the leagues going. I will set up a room very soon. So let's see, we've got Bangy Banana versus Just Frame Shoddy. I have a feeling of who Just Frame Shoddy is. It's if it's who I think it is, very strong Hellblaze player. Very strong Leon player as well. Alright, very nice. Yep. Bangy Banana is using this really nice they're using a lot of good stuff. They're actually a pretty good Leon player. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the room started though, so people can start to jump in. So the room code, as usual, is going to be 4565. It'll be a league match room. And we're going to allow up to 16 people in there. I will be a spectator first. And the room is now started, so if you would like to join, please do join in. We hope you enjoy it. It should be fun. I'll jump in and spar. Again, Thursday is not our normal time, so we are expecting today to be a slow start. I didn't put much noise out there to send the signals out that I was doing this. I just sent some, and it was good, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely want to do, and I wasn't able to do Tuesday this week. It was just really busy. And I want to do Wednesday, but actually Wednesday I was requested to do a really nice discussion, a roundtable discussion we did yesterday on Chad the Third stream. It was Chad the Third, Tricky Eileen, and myself, and I really enjoyed it. You know, so thank you, Chad the Third, for having us. Mike Hollow actually wanted to join, but it was really late. Like it was like early morning, you know, London time. So it was wherever they are. It was really late. Yeah, Beat Knuckles finishing up, so don't worry, I'm not in the rush. I kind of figured it'll work out that way. Alright, Dusty, it's good to see you using Sarah. Keep it up. Very nice. Very good throw. Dusty is a friend of mine. I'm glad that they're able to join us today. Nice. I like where their Sarah's going though. Very nice sweep. Good up. Nice. Okay. Sometimes my machine, right now, one of the things that's kind of sucking with my machine, I think Steam, because I have a Steam Deck and Steam, I think it's switching settings, and I think one time it crashed. I don't know if it was the game crash or if it was Steam, but either case, what happened is I think my graphics settings have gotten changed, and I need to find new graphics settings that will go really well for me for this machine. Because right now, if I switch screens to the screen that OBS is on, it'll freeze up the game a little on my side. It shouldn't affect the players though. Nice. Nice. Neutral throw is always good.
Round three. Ready,
it up with the Sarah. Nice. Here we go, Dusty. The sweeps. So Leon actually disrupts the 4K plan a lot because any of the 11 frame jabs can disrupt the typical 4K pattern. Nice. DC Theo, it's going really good. How are you doing? Are you ready for Evo this weekend? It's got to be a lot of fun because that's like your major, the biggest major in your backyard. How are you doing? I did want to say we are going to be releasing some details about LA Gathering soon. You guys should be seeing some posts going up soon. But more details will be coming after Evo. Not right away, but pretty soon. Probably early July. But we're definitely going to be announcing more stuff soon. And there'll be some exciting news. Hey, go ahead and take me down here, Dusty. Nice. Alright. But yeah, we're very excited. We're very excited for LA Gathering. Excited to share what we can with you guys all soon, but you know, for now we'll leave it up to rumors. DC Theo says, I'm hanging in, feeling a little sick from work. Oh, I hope you'll feel much better soon. I hope you'll recover soon. Phasercat Games, good to have you in here. Alright. Let's see here. Let's do... I'll play as Sarah. Alright. Sarah's a tough one. Now, Pi's 11 frame jab also can disrupt the typical pattern on Flamingo. So this is, you know, Flamingo is very strong regardless. You just don't want to overdo it. But you're doing very good. I like the mix up of stuff you're using. Waves. Very nice. So this is really mean because this is a hit confirmable launcher. Really good, right? Very nice. It's going really good, Dusty. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you very much for coming on in. I'm really glad you made it in here. Good. That was really good, Phasercat Games. Again, this hit confirmable launcher is so nasty. It's really strong. Like, you don't have many moves like these in BF. Like this? Yeah. So it's like I can stick this once, and if I see that it's gonna hit, I just hit kick again, and then I get this combo. It's really strong. Of course, this axe kick is also really good too. And then just to win like neutral fights, this is pretty good. So when you're spaced out, it's pretty mean. And then I do think Sarah has like the strongest elbow, one of the strongest elbows in the game. If we don't count like Akira's dashing elbow, then I would say her elbow is probably one of the best. It's probably the best in the game. Alright, let's see. So that would be a hit confirmable combo right there. I don't think I'm gonna make it out to any of the game nights going on tonight. That's really unfortunate, but I am glad you're taking care of your health first. Health is always number one, DCTO. Very nice. So this is like what you can do with elbow kick if they don't tech roll. It's really mean. Very nice low throw. I love that low throw. Punish the fuzzy. That's right. What do you do? Punish the TG. Punish the TG. Alright, here we go. Very good. Way to go. Good game, Phaser Cat Games. Good game. So Dusty said, I got bored at... I'm really sorry you got... I wasn't able to be there on Monday locals. So I decided to give Sarah some trial run and I had fun. She's a lot of fun. Sarah is my most recommended character to start with. Blaker Street, you go ahead. I'll keep myself last. Okay. You guys go ahead and spar. The connection should get better with the time. But yeah, really good stuff. Hey, Taco Waffle, good to see you. Hope you're doing really well today. Yeah, the room is open for play tonight, of course. Everyone's welcome. Anyone's welcome. Thank you for the raid. Enfang, how did the grand finals go? I did not see it. I was busy here, but I don't want to spoil things, but I know that you were in the grand finals, so man, hope you guys had an amazing battle. But Throwdown Thursday was looking really great. Looked like an awesome tournament. This current generation of players really stepping it up. You know, we got like it's all Revo generation that was in the grand finals. I know Dark Nova has got some time into that tournament too. So really awesome stuff. Congratulations, Enfang. I'm really happy for you, and happy for Jamie Lee also. So. That was awesome. I know that you guys both were winners finals and grand finals. That's huge. Awesome. I saw that you played Akira in the winners final, and grand finals I saw you were playing Wolf. That was really, really scary, really strong. Really great. Alright, what is going on here? Did the room freeze? We are not watching a replay. How come? We'll see what's going on. Let's see. Someone crashed out maybe? Okay, Phaser Cat Games, welcome back. Sorry if it crashed out there. Man, that was really awesome. That's really awesome, Enfang. Well, man, congratulations also. Feel free to jump into this league if you want to. We're having a lot of fun here. So, we just started. Good. Yeah, it's good to decompress after a tournament, so go ahead and decompress, but I hope to see you on here later tonight if you're available. Good. Yes. That was beautiful. You almost wrung yourself out. Be very careful. Do not wring yourself out, DCPO. Alright, here we go.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I like that opening. Yep. Nice. There you go. That was beautiful punish. Beautiful. Got the flip kick here. Good game. Right, good game, DC Theo. Sorry I gave it a hard time on you, but that was a good fight. Keep it up. Really nice, John. I really liked when you got to my side and you punished me really good. It's a really good punish. Alright. The dog, and I'll jump out after this game. Hey, Sir Hixalot, good to see you. How are you doing? We're having a nice sparring session on this Thursday. Looks like Throwdown Thursday's just finished up, and thank you so much for the raid, Texas Jackie. Nice. Nice. Right, no problem, Dusty. See you in the league.
Round 3. Ready, go! Round 4. Ready, go!
Go ahead and do a big combo. Combo the crap out of her. Hey Kunjun, good to see you. Hope you're doing really good. We're having fun in the dojo today. Alright, here we go, Dr. Dog. Good. Good patience. Could punish better if you're waiting for it. Of course, I never punish it well, so I want to speak. Nice. Yeah. Make sure to punish me with guard breaks too. Alright. Good spar, Dr. Dog. Alright, I'll let you guys fight it out. We have a good amount of people in here. So we'll do about 2 games and then we'll start the next league battle. Should be a lot of fun. We'll be starting the league battle within about 5 minutes or so. I think this is a really nice group. Woo Within, good to have you here. Again, Blaker Street, again, good to have you here. And I hope you all are doing really well. We'll start the league battle very soon. Okay. Blaker Street versus Dr. Dog. I'm probably gonna sit this one out and observe and watch the matches. So I might just point some stuff out and observe what's going on in the matches. Oh, I see. That does happen sometimes. Sometimes we hit it twice and it does it, which sucks. Like the game does a weird hiccup if like you hit OK twice.
Round 2. Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go! Excellent!
So how are y'all doing? Are y'all excited for Evo? You guys have any predictions for Evo? I think Evo's got an interesting bracket. Hey, Denkai says, want to put on a show, me and Yu-chan Tai like old times? Of course, Denkai, you're always welcome to join and we can definitely, I would love to spar. Definitely would love to spar. It's always fun, man. Always fun to spar. First, we're going to start the room with this. It might be too late for you, but I would definitely be down to doing like an exhibition set in maybe 2 hours tonight. If 2 hours is not too late for you, about 2 hours, 10 minutes, I'd be very happy to do. That would be about 1 a.m. your time though. Okay, if you're still up 1 a.m. your time, I would love to do like a battle with you because it'd be a lot of fun. I haven't fought you in forever. And I know, you know, like people can see like you building your reads and adjusting, making the adjustments. They can see how different you are fighting from the beginning to the end. And it's a lot of fun. It's lots and lots of fun. So I always love fighting you, Denkai. So there is news confirmed for June 28th. Well, I'm very excited to hear that. I am very excited to hear that. So according to Zerion, there will be news confirmed on June 28th. Now, I was hopeful that there would be news this weekend. I believe Angry Bananas is at EVO this weekend. So Sega does have a rep over there. And they've been putting out stuff this week. Like they've been rolling out material this week. They put out not just the music video, but today they put out a video about the adventure of Virtua Fighter Crossroads. So I'm feeling hopeful that that things are rolling through the weekend with a news roll up. But we'll see. I don't want to set people up for like to be frustrated when news isn't released, but because we had so much news release already. But I do think they're gonna put something out there. Put more stuff out there. That said, if you're at EVO, talk to Carlos, talk to Angry Bananas about how you feel as a community, what you want Sega to do for you. Sega seems to be focusing more on community than ever. They've set up a content creator zone, and I'm hopeful that this content creator, it's using the creator platform, but I'm hopeful that this, I'm hoping for a lot of things to come out of that. So we'll see what they do going forward. So we'll see what they do going forward. But I'm hopeful for about a lot of things. But definitely talk to Sega if you're at EVO this weekend. Let them know what you want. Let them know what you need. Let them know what you think VF needs. Let them know what you think they can do to help the community thrive. So yeah. It is mostly a repost of the showcase, but I really feel that there's some kind of rolling out going on. So we'll see. But yeah, but it is definitely the less than a month old showcase. it's refreshing, and it's also putting it out for those that miss it, right? It's easy for us to think that everybody gets all the news, but they got to put it out on all the channels. Yeah. I would love it if John's in the base game. All right, we're gonna start the league battle now. So here you all go. Good luck, have fun, and we'll watch how people are fighting, and we'll give them a talk about that. And again, tonight looks like Denkai and I, in about 2 hours, we're gonna have a fun set, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun doing some battles there, and then we'll see what we do after that. All right, so first we got Phaser Cat Games versus Dusty the Moth. Both players in my region in the Pacific Northwest. Phaser Cat Games has been doing well with both Taka and with Pi. Dusty the Moth has played characters. He has played Pi a little bit. He's played Eileen, played John, and is playing Sarah right now. It's really good stuff. And I already like what I see from their Sarah, to be honest. I feel like they've got a comfortable flow with the spacing, and they have ideas of what they want to use at different spacings. So that's what I see from Dusty the Moth, is a bit more confidence and comfort on what they think they would like, what kind of moves they would like to use at different ranges. We do see Phaser Cat Games' Pi likes to disrupt, likes to just kind of stop the opponent's flow if he can. So we'll see how this works out between these two, but we're just going 1-1 now. Yeah, so Talon says VF needs more options in practice, and they need quick match, so it won't be Discord fighter. Yeah, nope, I hear you, and I think so. I think I think they definitely need a way for people to flow into match overall, or into games, into battles, and so I think they're definitely going to be doing that a lot. The critical mass solves a lot of problems, but the critical mass can only last a year by itself. And then it needs a lot more support after that. But if you have a critical mass self-sustains a lot, because critical mass is what a lot of matchmaking like functions on. Without critical mass, it's really hard to matchmake. Again, unless you're using like bots, right? Critical mass means you have a large population that's feeding into it, so that you have a large potential matches that can match up. If you don't have a critical mass, it's in a suffocation cycle of matchmaking. Okay. It's a good game there. And Whitmer got... I saw the finish for Whitmer was a really nice throw. It was a half circle back throw. Alright. So we're going to watch Phaser Cat Games versus DC Theo. This should also be very exciting.
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah, it's a good point made by Talon. Talon, it's really good to see you, and I hope you've been doing really well. DC Theo is probably making adjustments to Phaser Cat Games. Phaser Cat Games plays a very, very different tempo and approach than Mac, right? And I think Mac is from Las Vegas, so that's why I think DC Theo fights against Mac. So DC Theo is probably used to Mac, like just putting on the pressure like crazy. Phaser Cat Games' approach is much more about disrupting, and then when he's comfortable, he'll start doing stuff that does some damage. It's more moderate damage over time, as opposed to like a big combo, but it's strong because Pi is very good at disrupting. Very nice, good way to use that advantage. If your rising attack gets blocked, you're -6, and so something like this sidekick is going to be pretty secure.
Ready, go!
Very nice duck 2P plus K, KP. That was a really nice duck and punish there. Duck and punish is one of those things that is not the easiest thing to do in Virtua Fighter, but if you do get good at it, it's very strong. And it can be a big advantage to you for you. Especially against any opponent that will do some high attacks or strings that have high attacks in them. So, yeah. Talon says, likewise, Chancha, I wish I was at EVO, but I already went to World Cup games. I'm really glad you got to go to the World Cup game. Yeah, that's really awesome. But yeah, it's both is very expensive to go together. I'm really, really happy you went to World Cup games. That's awesome. So I take that to mean the Esports World Cup. Because yeah, the Esports World Cup is pretty awesome. Or are you talking about the FIFA World Cup games? You went to watch the FIFA World Cup? That would be expensive, yes. So Shin Athena asks, is the rising attack -6 across cast? Yes. So that is a standard number. -6 is a standard number on a lot of things, so here's where they're standard. It's standard on rising attacks, mid or low, when you block them. The exception being like Akira. But for the most part, rising attacks are -6. However, if the opponent rolls away from you, they roll away and they do a rising attack, -15. So remember, Virtua Fighter is a forward bias game. If you're doing something that moves away, there are some things that are probably penalizing it or are a trade-off. So rolling away when you wake up is also a trade-off. And the trade-off is if you do a rising attack and they block it, -15. Yeah, things that like this is a Sega design philosophy from the arcade days. So like Virtual On is a mech game, right? And in that game, if you move forward, your attacks are stronger. If you move sideways, your attacks are moderate. And if you move away, your attacks are super weak in that game. Virtua Fighter doesn't do that. But what Virtua Fighter does do is it has a design that encourages you to move forward and attack more forward. But if you like backdash in this game, you can get counter hit. If you get hit during backdash, it's a counter hit. If you're side turn and you backdash, you will stay side turn because they will hit you. It'll be a side hit. Really bad. And then also, if they side kick you when you backdash, you'll stumble and they could do a Half-Life combo. So that is part of the design philosophy in Virtua Fighter since the arcade days, which is forward is good, bad has got some like they really want to encourage people to engage. That's the design philosophy. Like we want the two players to engage. Now I know Tekken players do engage each other, even the Tekken 7 generation that likes to Korean backdash a lot, but it's more like they're trying to get the other person to open up. But Virtua Fighter is really encouraging you to move forward. So that's why you can see like offensive move. If you do an offensive move from far away, it's pretty gimpy. But if you do offensive move from like medium range, from like mid range or close, it's like a dramatic, like it's an exaggerated thing, and it actually changes the angle like a lot. But it's also true in real life that it takes more steps to move further angled out, to move perpendicular to your opponent. But if you're close up, it doesn't take much to get to their side, right? And there's that type of geometry going on too. But VF definitely is like if you're closer together, we prefer it. So we prefer engagement. So yeah, so if your opponent rolls away and you think they're gonna rise attack, you should move in and prepare to guard and be very greedy, because you're like, I'm gonna move in, and if they do a rising attack and I block it, I'm gonna punish it. Now if it's a low rising attack, understand this is -15 and they're crouching, so usually you get something like an elbow kick or something. But if it's the standing one, it's usually some kind of punisher. Yeah, I agree with that. Virtua Fighter has an interesting range. I'll call it range 0 in Virtua Fighter. So Virtua Fighter really likes range 0, range 1, and it does like range 2, but it really likes 0 and 1. Tekken definitely feels like it prefers to be around mid-range and play and fence, because that's really good fencing range, right? And Tekken has amazing fencing and really cool interactions that have to do with the decisions you make from a fencing approach.
Ready, go!
No, backdash is good, and Jean is a good backdash character. So the thing is that now, why do a lot of beginners that are starting to get used to Virtua Fighter system, why do they have trouble fighting against Jean and fighting against Shun? They have trouble against Jean and against Shun because Jean and Shun are both good at zoning. They are very good at zoning in this game, and it stands out, right? Shun can run away, and if you don't do anything, if you don't chase him, he just starts drinking, right? So the approach you have to take for Shun is you have to accept that he's going to get a drink, but you want to approach him while he's drinking, you know, and then you want to be ready to outguess him or outfight him whenever things like that happen. Jean is an interesting character. I do believe he was designed with Tekken players in mind, but he's not a Tekken character. It's just that, but the things that Jean does do is Jean can actually space out. His 6-6P is very safe. The forward punch. It's a very, like, if it gets blocked, he can backdash, and it's a pretty good move, and it covers a lot of things. Like, it's hard for the opponent to punish the backdash, but they can approach him, and they can try to set up the mid-range fight after it. But it's kind of tough. And he can whiff punish if they approach poorly. And so Jean is actually very good at, he's also designed around hitting normally, right? His counter hits he benefits from counter hit, but not the same way other characters do. Jean's attacks are just good when they just hit. And that sounds weird, but in VF there's a lot of these moves that you could use safely, assertively, because they're good on counter hit, but they're not as weak to punishment, stuff like that. But Jean's like attacks just when they hit are good and force the opponent to have to deal with quite a bit of stuff. So Jean's a very interesting design in Virtua Fighter. I'll just say that he probably makes more. Jean and Jackie's designs probably make more sense to a lot of other 3D fighting game players than the rest of the cast do. It's probably why, you know, they tend to get picked for those reasons. Because they kind of make more sense if you're coming from the other 3D fighters. Like, Jackie, if you play by frames, Jackie's good. And if you play with pressure, but using the frames, Jackie's really good at that. Jackie is really good at whiff punishing. So he's good at punishing mistakes. He's solid at punishing in general. And then he has a good wall game. So what does Jackie not have? Jackie doesn't really crush. So he doesn't understand why people would want to attack in minus. He just doesn't get it. You know, the only way he gets it is by throwing people a lot, and then he knows why they attack when they're minus, right? If he himself would throw the opponent a lot, then he'll understand why the opponent would want to attack during minus, right? But because he doesn't have that much like incentive to crush that much, just a little, only just to stop their flow is the only real reason. So the main thing Jackie then gets out of the guessing game is he knows that, okay, if I can predict when they're going to throw me, then I'll launch. That's what Jackie likes to do. Right? That's when Jackie attacks out a turn. That's when he does a Bari, right? Is specifically when he thinks they're going to throw. But he doesn't really do it much aside from that, except for they do predictable high, so maybe he does low back fist in the kick. But like, it's not that much. It's better to duck. It's better to just crouch dash and duck and punish. And he's great at that. And that's a much more straightforward approach. That's a much more he's very good at playing moral, what we call moral VF. Moral VF is when basically you're more likely to attack when you're plus, but you're also using the frames. And you're just trying not to make you're trying to not make mistakes, quote unquote. Right? So Jackie doesn't even play as much of a guessing game. He's really good at just punishing mistakes, and then he'll play guessing games here and there. But he's not incentivized to really go heavy on that. But he could if he really wanted to. If it's like me, I'll probably do it just out of habit. But a lot of Jackie players are just like, why would you ever attack there? You know? Yeah. So Jean is similar to like what I said earlier. He's just, the thing that's interesting about Jean is he's designed around just hitting, period. Right? And it doesn't really matter about, like, he's not exactly just, I'm gonna punish you for a bare. I'm just trying to hit you. That's really it. He's more of a hitman, you know, which I guess he is, right? But yeah. So I don't know, everyone's like a hitman this game. But anyways, Phaser Cat Games, congratulations on us. That was a really good league battle, y'all. All right, let's do some battles in here. And awesome. I think we got Devil Ray. Wonderful to have you here. Excellent. Excellent. Anyone that wants to join in, feel free to join in. Yeah, and then so like now we talked about Brad. So Brad's a good, interesting design too. Brad is good. Let's talk about Brad, because Brad definitely also, I think, remember Virtua Fighter 4 came out like before Tekken 4, right? But Brad's design has changed over time. So we're just talking about the current Brad. And the current Brad, what he's good at is, I also think he appeals to Tekken players because he's good at punishing. He's good at duck and punish. Well, he's solid at it. He's really good at guard punish and whiff punish. Brad is really good at, and if you Abare, he's got tools for it, but it's true, the complaint about Brad's Nitaku is that it's like all in on, this thing is designed to get you the damage if they mash here, right? But if they duck, it's not really. So his Nitaku game really just does throw and like EX high. He definitely has good throw in mid, but the risk goes up like a lot if he does that. But he can also pressure, and his pressure game is really good. And his pressure game is kind of like, to me, looks like a Tekken stance game, right? It does look like a Tekken character's type of pressure. So Brad's kind of that way, except in the problem is that in VF, this pressure is not as real as a beginner might think, but it becomes real later when other skills supplement it. So like a lot of beginner Brad players will use a lot of sways, and I will just blow up sways just by 2p, just by like, oh, you do that, I just hit you, just boom, right? Yeah, Idohana, you can join in. Yes, I do not mind. Would love to have you here. Welcome. The code is 4565. We do see some people crashing out a little. Dusty says I'm gonna go AFK. No problem. I'll be back after the League After X. No problem. Wonderful. We're just glad that you're here. And Edohana, no problem. We're happy to have you. Tonight's a very casual night. It's the night before Evo. This is a good night for relaxing, having fun, and enjoying some good old VF. So Brad is good at punishing. He's a defensive character. By VF standards, Brad is very defensive. So why would we mark? Actually, he does have good offensive tools, but he's just really better at defend and counterattack. Is really what Brad's pretty strong at. Brad has got a very scary attack that can like punish people that crouch, that 2G, right? His 2P plus K upper, which on crouch hit would guarantee a 6P, which guarantees a combo. So he is good at like picking apart people that want to crouch in his face, right? So if you want a 2G in Brad's face, which is strong at high level, it's bad at low level. 2G is bad at low level, it's good at high level, okay? And that's because there's other skills going on to support the 2G approach, right? It's the ability to just like stand and guard block almost any mid attack that comes your way. But you're gonna hold 2G because now they can't throw you. But you're gonna react guard like any mid or high. But this is really hard to do if you're not experienced in VF, and if you're not used to just watching the opponent's character to the degree that like I do, right? So Brad is strong, but some of the challenges for Brad can be that backdash can really nail him. Like, kind of. There's a combination that he can be fought at the mid-range. The mid-range is kind of strong against him because the opponent can kind of space him out just a little bit and try to get him to be the one making mistakes, but he doesn't have to make many mistakes. To be honest, Brad is really, if you don't make mistakes, Brad is a very good character for you. He's got like 4K, sticks that out. It's like a good front kick in a lot of martial arts the way it's used. It just kind of stuffs people out there, and it's not the easiest thing to punish. And he could retaliate if they make a mistake in how they try to punish it. because he can use his game. It's complicated, but Brad is just much more defensive than he looks. People see him boxing, they see him having sways into multiple attacks, double uppercut, so they're like, oh, this guy must be aggressive. But Brad is actually very strong at letting the opponent hang themselves and then punishing them. Brad he's not the best at chasing. That's another problem for Brad. So this is why the opponent playing mid-range and then spacing out to long range can be a challenge for Brad, is that it narrows Brad down to a few moves that he'll like to do. Otherwise, if he's dashing in to do moves, they're still kind of short range, that like they're kind of weird. So he's likely to just do like 3P plus K as his like I'm gonna approach, you know, and sometimes stick 4K just to see if they make a mistake after he does it. You know, but that's really still a defensive game, you know. So yeah, so Surexal says that is why I enjoy playing him so much. Oh damn, yes you're. Yeah, so Brad's chasing, like, it looks good on paper, and then you see that it's all guard punishable, right? Like 3P plus KP is punishable, 6K is punishable, right, on block, and so he's got to be careful how you use 3P plus K. Right, so the way he approaches is kind of like Tekken approaching, honestly. It's very Tekken-like, you know. It's very like, you know, it's just like this mid attack from range that kind of steps in a little, you know, and then waiting to see if a mistake is made before he finishes it, you know. And so he's hit confirming quite a bit, and he's whiff confirming a lot. So this is what Brad's good at. Brad's good at guard punish, whiff punishing, whiff confirming, and if the opponent's overly aggressive, he can work with that. But actually, Brad doesn't like crush, though. Like, there are moments where he's very likely to do a high attack, and if he doesn't manage that himself, he's going to eat something. And he sometimes wants to go for low at certain times, too. That can be problematic a little, but not too bad. It's just that his lows are fine. They're not super remarkable, but they're fine, right? He's got 1P, just like a lunging low punch, which is really good against people that don't know how to defend that. But a lot of people could, it's slow enough that like someone could evade, crouch dash, and then guard it on reaction. So, not right away, but like if it was used in the neutral. If it's used right away, there are situations where it's pretty good. So that's where you use it. His big kick, that's an EX high, is really good for calling. Like, it is good for neutral control against people that like to stick an attack out in the neutral. If your opponent likes to stick an attack out of the neutral, then you can use Brad's like high kick. It's really good. But if your opponent just like moves and doesn't stick an attack out, Brad doesn't really want to overuse that move. He might stick 4K out instead, and see if they make mistakes around 4K. But if he sticks like high kick out, like it's like he's asking them to duck and punish him. That's his territory, not theirs, right? Like he's like, duck and punish is my job, not yours, you know. So, but what Brad's really good at though, that really fast high elbow, right? So if he ducks, sees that they do a high, he can do this high elbow, knock him down. If they make a mistake in front of him, high elbow, knock him down, as long as they're standing, right? And if he blocks stuff, high elbow, knock him down, combo, right? So he's got, this is why he's good at guard punish. This is why he's good at whiff punish. So he's a punisher. Brad's a punisher. Yeah, so 1P is used for controlling the sidestepping game a bit and kind of sending a message out there to tell them, hey, you know, we'll do one more game and then we'll start the next league battle. So one game and we'll start the next league battle. This is a really nice group. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun here. And Edo Mai, I'm glad you're in. Feel free to go ahead and do a warm-up match. It's fun. Yeah. So Shin Athena says, question, Chanchai, as far as community goes, do you think it's unreasonable to ask that people adjust their delay if they're coming into an international lobby? We recommend it. So yes, please, but be nice, be polite. In my lobbies, please be very polite. But yes, we do actually, I used to always say it. I should say it more again. We recommend everybody be delay 4 in this room because of, I often get players from Hawaii and I often get players on the East Coast, and sometimes I do let European players jump in because I want people to see community first. And if you have people you have good matches with, I want to encourage you to add them on Steam and become like, and start communication. and become like sparring partners. Any fighting game you play is amazing when you find the right sparring partners. I don't want your sparring partners to replace all of your online activity, but I want you to have sparring partners you can rely on at different times that work out, so that you guys can enjoy and have the best experience you can. It's the best way you're going to enjoy fighting games is by having someone to grow with, a rival or a friend. Either are going to make your experience so much better. And of course, I try to make your experience better here too. But it really completes the picture when you have a sparring partner. Fighting games can be a lonely place without those, you know. I've just been fortunate to have made friends and rivals all over the place, you know. So, and yes, while we're in this room, I really recommend delay 4 or more. Delay 4 or higher. If you go delay 3, like, is acceptable, but you're gonna have some matches that you might start see people teleporting around. Delay 2 is generally not a good idea in this room because of the wide spread of geography that we cover. So yeah, Chokan, good to see you again. VF Crossroads now has gotten a lot of people to try VF5. I'm really happy about that. I like seeing Tekken players trying it and being surprised at how much fun they're having. I definitely love it when I see people be surprised at how much fun they're having with Virtua Fighter. It's a big joy for me, absolutely. Talu, good to see you. It's funny because fighting games used to be the most social form of gaming. In the arcade, they are, but you know, it is a mix of people. All right, we're gonna start the next league battle. Here we go. It is true, but it's also true that, you know, people in public places, it's same everywhere. Even if you go to like a dance, there'll be people that go there stag. So some people are awkward, some people are very social. So we get a good mix. But it's true that fighting games is the way you get gamers at the arcade to be social. But I would say racing games and gun games are the most social. Cooperative gun games and racing games, nothing really beats those, right? Everybody understands what to do. In the racing game, try to win the race. And in a gun game, you know, get a higher score, but you guys can cheer each other on while you do that. Unless the game like somehow allows like kill stealing, right? Which I don't mind kill stealing. I do think it's funny though, that I think like in the arena shooter days, you know, kill stealing becomes like a big issue. So for the hardcore. But it makes sense too, because in Modern Warfare, if having one guy be that dominant player is really powerful in that game's design. That there is something to be said about quote unquote kill stealing ruining it for your top guy. If it was really that close, who knows? Actually, but Modern Warfare just, you know, wants everyone to just kill. Let's see, I'm a Battlefield 3 player, so you know, so for me it's, you know, get the objective, but I'll find the use for the guy that likes to kill. So Shitnithia says, that's what I thought. It came up today and it was just a strange situation. Yeah, it is up to each person's domain, but because some people want to have a more local online session, but I do think like if you plan to cover a wide area, you definitely need to have to tell everybody, hey, let's set the delays to like, you know, like 4 is, I think 4 is really good when we're talking about international. And by international means could be continental, right? North America, you should be 4 or 5, right? Europe probably needs 5 just because of the varying degrees of internet connection quality. Otherwise, theoretically 3 and 4 would be great. Sir Hickslaw says, yeah, I keep mine at minimum 5. I got used to 7 with the PS4 version. Yeah, indeed. And it's true, online can never replace offline. But I do think online's amazing training. And online's fun too. So it is now part of the game, right? That's just the way that the games are nowadays. But try to do as much offline as we can. So again, LA Gathering. If you guys can make LA Gathering on October 22nd, 23rd, 24th, the official days is the 23rd and the 24th, but the 22nd to Thursday is going to be open. We are going to have room. You are going to be able to play games on Thursday. And you'll be able to play all night on those nights too. It's a really nice hotel. the price is not the cheapest, but it's the price is good, really very good for what you get, but it's worth it. And you have all sorts of affordable, you have all levels of price and quality of food in that area. If you want cheap food, it's there. If you want to just get Costco for your food, it's there. It's literally across the street from Costco. And if you want like gourmet, it's there. Yes, Manhattan Beach is the ritzy, rich white people beach of it's like the Beverly Hills of beaches in Southern California, in Los Angeles area. But the area that the hotel is in has access to all kinds of food, all kinds of shopping. You will find your price point, and the hotel has a lot of parking. And the parking is very nice, comfortable parking. And also, you've got me. I'm going to be helping everybody, like, I help with all kinds of stuff. If you let me know when you're flying in, I'm going to find out who else is probably coming in around that time, and we're going to try to find a carpool party, a carpool group if you want. And also, like, you know, like last year, Limey Porcupine is amazing. He's an amazing person. He rents like a big van on his trips, and he gets the social thing. He makes it very extra social. He takes people out to, you know, like he gets a group together to go to meals. I'm gonna help people that don't have a place find him, and also he gets it, and so he's helped with rides. Rushdown Turtle has helped with rides last year too. So we are out to make sure that this event is an amazing time for everybody that's there, and we're doing our best for that. And we really like the venue. Even if on paper that venue seems like it's in a ritzy place, the prices were all really good actually for everything actually. And what you have access to is fantastic. If you need to eat cheap, it's there and no shame in it. You want to get in on the big Korean barbecue meal that a lot of people want to join in, you can join that. If you want to go have a nice gourmet dinner with a friend, you can do that. You know, it's a very good social time, and it's social in and out of there. And on the Saturday, I am hopeful that we'll have Okamoto Kitchen there again, because they're awesome, and that makes it a really nice meal. Keeps everybody on site so they can play in the singles tournament. And you know, we might have some cool announcements coming out soon regarding our tournaments and regarding everything else. So I just want to say, I really think if you love Virtua Fighter, I can say it without reservation and without being ashamed. I do think LA Gathering is one of the absolute best experiences you're going to probably have this year. That's my view. And we're out to make sure of it. Ohio Gathering is going to be amazing too. Now, the Ohio Gathering is going to be a one-day event. It's going to be something really, really special though. And that's out in Columbus, Ohio. And that's going to be August 1st. So you got 1 month for Ohio Gathering. But if you can make Ohio Gathering, I really recommend you guys do that, because they're planning to build something wonderful. They do want to make Ohio Gathering be an annual thing, and I do think they want to make it a gathering like LA Gathering. And but their intention is to have it on the opposite, like the polar opposite on the calendar. So they're aiming like probably like March or something like that in the future. But like, yeah, and so it's going to be wonderful. So Ohio Gathering and LA Gathering, I think, are going to be amazing events for the community every year. And this year, I think we got a lot of special things cooked for everyone. So can't wait to tell you guys. But for right now, what I can say is you can go ahead and book the hotel. You can tell them you're there for the LA Gathering event, offline event, something like that. But they will figure it out and they'll put you on the block. So you will get like a type of a discount there in most cases. From my understanding, that's how it works. So my understanding is people already got it. It's like the block rate was already applied to people that told them they were going for LA Gathering. So yeah. It's both. So it's a big gathering because it is something where a lot of people just play lots of VF. but it does have a lot of tournaments. So we have, last year we had the pre-event, which was the day before. And so that one did have an impromptu single elimination tournament that was a lot of fun off-site, but this time it might be on-site. We're probably going to actually set up a few special events, but here's what we did have last year that I believe we're going to have this year. We did have the random tournament. So random select tournament is funny. You're in this tournament and you have to both players have to randomly select the characters. It's a single elimination tournament, but it's like a nice icebreaker and it's a lot of fun. And it goes by fast. People get to know each other and they get to click, and who knows, maybe they start playing each other on the casuals. Another thing that we do on that first official day also is the team battle. Now, we're having discussions about how we do the team battle because there's a lot of things about it. There are good reasons to do organized team battles. And then I also think there's good reasons to have the team battle almost also somewhat randomly made, except, adjusted for balancing reasons for the icebreaker part. I'm not saying that's exactly what we're doing, but I am saying that personally, I think there's a good value for that. But I think there is a way that we can satisfy the hunger of organized team play. I think there are ways we can totally do that. It might be the tournament, but it might be another way. And it might involve the whole weekend. And it might have different levels of hype or resources allocated for streaming. We'll see. But I just want you guys to know we're talking about those things. And, but yes, there will be there are icebreaker events. There are team battles. And then, of course, there is a big single elimination tournament that is like what you would expect. And that takes up a good chunk of the last day. On top of that, last year, we did give swag out because Sega was there. Sega had sent 6 representatives, at least 6 representatives there. And they mingled with the Virtua Fighter community. And they provided us some swag. And they gave us their ear and their time. They listened to everything we wanted to say. I think that'll happen. I think that might happen again this year too. I don't want to say now until anything's official, but that said, we also had some communities contribute some cool swag. We had one of the awesome players who does join these leagues sometimes. He brought his tea, and man, everybody really enjoyed just sharing tea together. During the event, that was really awesome. Okamoto Kitchen is an OG Street Fighter and Virtua Fighter player in the LA area, and him and his wife. His wife is really the one that does all the recipes and is in charge of the thing. But Okamoto Kitchen is likely to be there, and just good community times and good food. It's just a wonderful event, and it's really special. For me, I'm all about the gatherings. My first time traveling for Virtua Fighter was to a gathering, and it was a gathering that Adam ran a long time ago. And that shaped how I see community, and that shaped what community and video games together can be and what they mean. I think it's basically shaped a lot of views of my life, if I'm being honest. And so that's why you see DC Theo making the videos he does touting how much that event meant to him and how much how special that is, how that's his priority over a lot of other things and a lot of amazing things. And we're not taking away from the other amazing things. But LA Gathering is really special. Ohio Gathering is also going to be very special. But I definitely will say, I will also say that, last year we had special guests. We had Homestay Akira, the most legendary Akira player in the world. His wife Tetsuko Yamato, arguably the best Virtua Fighter organizer in the world. And we had Chimpanjay, the most aggressive Jackie in the world, one of the very best Jackie players in the world. And it was wonderful hosting them. They were the special guests. you know, we might talk about special guests for this year too. You'll see. But yeah, so I think you're gonna like the event, and it's just good chill times. Honestly, everybody's just having a good time there. So one of the fun things about these gatherings is seeing how people feel at the end of it, how much they really enjoyed it, how much it meant to them. I really love that Miles brought both his brother and his son there, and it means a lot to me that his son was in the VF and that his brother is in the VF. Last year we were able to give everybody that attended special titles in game. So you've seen the LA Gathering one, and that one, fortunately, they let us design that logo with some collaboration to make sure it fell with that it worked within their standards. Not every event is going to be able to get that. It's pretty rare, but I'm really glad we got that. I'm really glad I got that. I'm also glad that I got the V Pro Cup title as well. That V Pro Cup was allowed to design or have a designed title as well. Yeah, and also, so last year we didn't want to tell people outright that everybody would get a title because we weren't sure what was going to be possible. You know, that's up to Sega, and but we were really pushing to have it so that everybody that attended could get a title. Before that, or pretty much in every other case, it's usually the top 8 of a tournament that can get a title, or something else like that, or something very, very special like attending the Japanese offline event that happened a while back. So, you know, we knew we were being a little pushy. We were just like, it would mean a lot to us if everybody that went to this gathering could get a title. You know, so we really pushed for it, and we're really grateful that they said we'll do it, we can do it, or we'll try to make it work, you know. And so that means a lot to me that it all worked out. So yeah, LA Gathering it's just fun, and it's clean. The ballroom's big. I'm always trying to make sure that there's water there. If it runs out, it's only temporarily out, you know? So I try to make sure that you guys are all hydrated. Everyone knows where the restrooms are. And I do try to make sure everyone knows where activities are happening, even outside the ballroom. So like the battles in the suites, I'll try to make sure everybody knows where those are happening if it's after ballroom hours. And we make sure that and then we're always concerned about safety. So if I see anybody that seems like they might be vulnerable, I'll be very respectful about the boundaries, but also trying to make sure that that we're not worried about safety or anything like that, you know. So I can't promise it, but I can promise I do my best. And there's of course no issue with it, but we all take it very, very seriously. So yeah, so we just want everyone to have the best time, you know. Just want them to have the best time. Want them to know everyone else loves Virtua Fighter just like they do. And yeah. And for Adam, it's a celebration of Virtua Fighter. And I like to say it's a celebration of the community, but you know. So yeah. And Adam's very humble, but I think he really makes it extra special. Like if you get to meet Adam, you get to see how wonderful he is, and people can be proud that this guy has been like the champion in North America for a long time, and you know, after GT, he's like co-champion or like an amazing like guy that's in the conversation, but also but when they got to meet Homestay Akira last year, they could also see how kind Homestay Akira is in person, and that he's also one of the greatest. And I think that says a lot, right? And a lot of people I think when they realize they can just go ask Homestay for matches and play, that's so much fun. And when they realize how strong Tetsuko Yamada is, she's incredibly strong. Though she's been so busy organizing that she's very humble about it nowadays. You know, and then Chinpanjay, you know, he's wild man, but he just loves playing with everyone and just wants to make sure everyone's having a good time. These events are so great. Really sad about the disconnects, Devoray. No. I think we're almost done though. So Devoray, come back in, and we're gonna, you're good. Fortunately, it was very late. Yeah, so the OG being close to LA Gathering was not their intention though. It's just because of necessity, because of when they decided to start doing it. But Sentei's idea is that in the future, the OG and LA Gathering will be on opposite halves of the year. And by doing that, because we both want everyone attending both. And I know that with the OG being Midwest, that it's easier access for the East Coast players, but I really hope we'll see East Coast players going to both events as much as they can, because we know that not everyone can make it because sometimes because of time, sometimes because of money, sometimes because of life. But we're just hoping that everyone that can make it is able, makes that effort and can do it and has an amazing time on both. So yeah. Yeah, Tetsuko Yamada is an amazingly strong player. She's one of the strongest female players, but Hana Peko really made... Actually, there's a lot of insanely strong female players. We already watched some, right? We've already watched quite a few that have torn through brackets. There's a lot of very strong female players in Virtua Fighter.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Including Office Ladies. There are Office Ladies. We watched it. So, We watched it at EVO Japan. We watched an Office Lady really tear into the top 8. But yeah, Hana... I think when I was in Thailand, I think I fought Hana Peko's... I think I fought her playing different characters. That was not Vanessa. Her Vanessa's her main, and I think we had a lot of fun battles. So, but Hana Peko was also the one who, at 2023 EVO Japan, she did eliminate Gentleman Thief, and Alpha, who is an artist and is a King of Fighters and Virtua Fighter player. Alpha and I had an intense battle at EVO Japan 2023, but Alpha was the one who eliminated me. I really regret it because I was very close to taking that match, but because I would have had the honor to fight Sironoku, who's an amazing Jackie player, but that honor ended up going to Alpha. She took it. She won it fair and square. Her go is very strong. And the thing about Alpha is, she made the adjustments. She made the adjustments and turned the match around. It was really good. Yeah, and she's a really good King of Fighters supporter. If you guys ever check out her artwork's really good for both King of Fighters and Virtua Fighter. Alpha's artwork's very good. I really like her artwork for Crossroads Pie. I really like the artwork she did on Crossroads Pie. On X, her profile has an interesting tag. It's like at 10,000 feet. I think it's like 10000 feet. but that's Alpha. Yeah. I'll get a link. Sorry, it's gonna freeze up the game though. You guys can jump into the room right now. We are queuing up for the next league battle. Alright. Yeah, it's 10,000 feet. Number 10,000. And then feet. F-E-E-E-E-T. It's like 5 zeros and 5 E's. Okay, here's the artwork for Pai. Here's the Pai Chan artwork. This is her scribble. So this is Alpha's scribble. But she has good artwork. She supported community and supported a lot of creators with her artwork. She's if you look at like Shiwapon, she did quite a few web kits for Shiwapon's channel as well. Hey, Woo Within. Yep, have a good night and thank you very much. Well, we are going to get more Virtua Fighter action happening through the week, but we definitely would love more streamers to be able to do it too. LD Wells is over at Evo, but otherwise he'd be streaming. Jamie Lee Curtis might be streaming, but I wish I could stream much more frequently, but there's a lot of priorities in my life right now to where I can't really do that at the moment, but I'm hoping that pretty soon I can, I'm hoping it'll be in the cards in the future soon. So yeah. I am glad though that like Akai is now, looks like Akai will be streaming 4 times a week. So yeah. Like Woo Within, thank you again and thanks always for the support. Really appreciate you. Yeah, so Devil Ray says that Alpha did Devil Ray's blue sky icon. That's awesome. Yes. Sorry, Devil Ray. It's like Hotel California. I'm just kidding. Oh, is it crashed out completely? Like the type where you can't even, where you're just stuck? Because I don't see you in the, okay, you gotta restart. Okay, yes. Do restart. We're waiting. Don't worry. We got you. We'll be here for you.
Round 3. Ready, go.
Hypergraph, good to have you here. I'll jump in too.
Excellent.
I'll wait till people are in the room before I jump in. I for whatever reason, I'm getting superstitious about that.
Go.
Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for the resubscribe, Tala, or for the subscription. I really appreciate that. But Duck and Launch, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Kitetsu, I'm really sorry about tonight, but I hope next time. I'm really sorry about Hypergrav. I am glad you did make it in the room. Shinathina says that, oh, October is tied up because French bread community is a big tournament. Dang. I will say this though, another community that I do know that that really understands, that seems these days to really understand the value of gatherings too, has been like the Guilty Gear communities and the Arc System War communities and the French bread communities. I know in Oregon, there's we actually have a really cool event coming up that they've rented a cabin, so it's like, it's called Cabinet in the Woods, but it's basically they rented a cabin in the woods and they're all just fighting it out on the weekend. But yeah, I think that'll be awesome. But I always love gatherings, and it's the way to do fighting games. All right, Blaker Street, have a good night and bye-bye. In the chat, bye-bye. No, actually, there's many different bye-byes. I don't do it that well. You know? I'm like thinking of a certain lawyer personality on YouTube that also does bye-bye. You know? Vanessa is scary, right? So why is Vanessa scary? Well, Vanessa has interesting tools. Her defense stance could actually disrupt a lot of your attacks. And at the developing levels, a lot of players like to use them. That said, the hard part is that when you're learning Virtua Fighter, we're always encouraging people to learn how to fight at range 0. But actually, when you fight Vanessa, sometimes it's beneficial to fight at range 1 or 2. Because she's not exactly stubby, but she has certain vulnerabilities. If she persists in using certain strings or certain tools, they might not have the range. So a lot of times when she's disrupting people, it's really up close. And then further out, she's disrupting them less. That said, trying to run away from Vanessa, well, there's a technique to running away. You can't just run away. But you'll find ways to, but you'll have to build the technique towards like what are good ways, like when's a good time to do a backdash versus when's a bad time to do a backdash. Stuff like that. That's the trick to backdash, is knowing when there are good times to do it and when it's bad times to do it. Let me see here. All right, in 5 minutes we will start the next league battle. So we'll start the next league battle in 5 minutes. I'm gonna get a drink though. So yeah. Can I explain side throws? Yes, I can. Okay, so side throws. Let's talk about what they are in theory. Okay, and then the fine details you and I can talk to directly. You can message me about the fine details because there are tiny details that make it a little wonky. When you basically get side throw when you actually sidestep someone. You don't get it when you offensive move. That clears the wonkiness actually. So if I want to clear the wonkiness, I'll just say this. You pretty much get the opportunity to side throw your opponent when you sidestep them successfully. So when you sidestep the opponent successfully, not with offensive move, with defensive move, they're in the side turn position, but they're also vulnerable to side throw. So when they're vulnerable to side throw, and let's say they like side throw, there's only really one side throw, except for when we're talking about like Kage. But for everybody except Kage, there's one side throw. Okay, for everybody except Kage, there is one side throw. And what that means is that if you persist in doing side throw, there's only one side throw escape. Now, Talon, because you are a Tekken player, I'm going to tell you side throw escape is the one time we're going to use the left-right. We're going to use left-right like Tekken uses left-right, okay? So here's the thing. This is how you do a side throw escape is if your opponent is going to side throw you, you need to do the side that they're at, your left or right side like in Tekken terms. So if they're on your Tekken left side, you press left throw escape, left P plus G. Hold P, left P plus G. If they're on your Tekken right side, right P plus G. That's the throw. That's side throw escape. So it does switch the logic from forward and back, which is all of VF, and VF doesn't care about left and right. It cares about it here when it comes to side throw. Now, are there other methods for doing side throw escape without using left and right logic? There is. So if you guys want to know what it is, I'll tell you. It makes it confusing when I explain it as opposed to showing it. But what I can do is say this. For example, we're watching the Rock Reaper, whose L-Blaze is on the left here. It's player 1. And player 2 is on the right. Okay. So if player 2 evades up, sidesteps up, the Rock Reaper would have to do left throw escape to escape the side throw. Okay. Here's where I'm gonna go, like, if you don't want to use left-right logic, which any Tekken player can do left-right logic pretty quick. It's mostly the VF players that have trouble with the left-right logic. So if you want another way you can memorize it, if your opponent sidestepped up, the escape is back throw. And if your opponent sidesteps down, the escape is forward throw. So up, back, down, forward. That's another way to remember it. So you could do up, back, down, forward. There is a third method, but I'm going to confuse people further if I explain it right now. What I will say is just it's a funny one though. It is really funny if you guys want to hear it. I won't explain the actual throw escape, but I'll tell you the key. The key for the third method is just looking at your character's, the back of your character's head. Can you see your character's back of your head? Okay, then, you know. It sounds stupid, but it's because your character is looking at the opponent. So like that actually tells you where to go. No. So, you know. So if you cannot see your opponent, your character's back of your head, let's take the opposite direction.
I've got the advantage. You've got nothing.
There's a lot of, I mean, the thing about, yeah, so Sente, wonderful to have you here. By the way, shout outs to Sente Dessen. If you're on Twitch, please follow them right now. They stream on Mondays. They do a league battle just like this on Mondays. It's wonderful. Sente is also good at teaching VF as well. He studies it and he will give you more concrete answers. For the people that really want fine details, Sente's your guy. I'm the guy who's going to try to tell it conceptually and try to illustrate it. Sente is the one who's going to be, I researched it. This is how it breaks down. This is what works. This is what doesn't work. That's Sente. You know, so and so you get both of us for free. You know, so you know, so support us, please. But yeah. Okay, let me see here. Let me see what people are saying. By the way, Especia, it's so good to see you. Yes, and yes, again, Vanessa, defense stance, awesome. Talon, I hope that explained the side throws to you. I don't know what the question was, but so it doesn't care about my character facing. Yeah. So I just told you the 2 ways to escape side throws. Use the one that works best for you. I think because you're a Tekken player, the left-right is actually the best one for you. But if not, the up, back, down, forward is a pretty good method. And there's a good reason to understand this one too. You want it? The good reason about up, back, down, forward is, here's the cool thing. Okay, we just talked about side throw. If you side throw somebody, there's no throw guessing game, right? There's no throw guessing game anymore because there's one side throw escape. A way to get around it is if you delay long enough, now it's no longer a side throw. So now you get the normal throw situation again, and that's powerful, right? So what if you did the other side throw, is what we call it. The other side throw, meaning you throw them the opposite direction of what the side throw escape was. So like say you sidestep up, and now you know that their side throw escape is back and throw. So you sidestep up, you delay it, and you do a forward throw. Now you're throwing them the opposite direction on delay, and so if they were trying to escape the side throw, they're gonna lose to the opposite, the other side throw. I hope that makes sense. I'll illustrate it sometime. But basically, just remember, if you can do up, back, down, forward as the escape, now you know that up, forward, down, back is the mix-up, right? So, because it's literally the opposite of the escape, you know? And that is a really powerful thing. When you go, when I sidestep up, I do forward throw. If I'm going to delay, I delay forward throw. When I sidestep down, I'm going to delay back throw. It's really evil. You can also do the easy mode mix-up, which is when you delay throw, if you just do neutral throw, right? Well, if they're trying to escape side throw, they're probably not escaping neutral throw. Later on, someone would go, can I option select it? Can I like time it so I'm doing side throw and then the opposite, or side throw and then neutral? Absolutely, you can totally do that. It works. If you're holding, yeah. If you're tapping, no. But if you're holding, yes, you can do that. And Sente can tell you why. I mean, I can tell you why now. I don't want to get into that. I think we've gone to a lot of detail on this stuff, and I just want to like let it sit in and let it click. And if people have questions, let them ask. Yeah. So. Yeah, and by the way, Sente is the one who is organizing the OG. So again, shout outs to Sente Destin, who you can add on Twitch right now. You can follow them just by clicking on their name in our chat here. And yeah. Edo Hana says, I think I understand the game's pace. I do think I need to speed up my decision. VF is about rapid. Now, here's the thing. This is gonna sound dumb. You don't have to think about it as faster, but you do have to think about it as sooner or earlier. And then someone's gonna say, well, what's the difference? Faster is only faster if we're basing it on the same reference point. If we're only basing it on times 0 or whatever. In Virtua Fighter, you can input your next move early. If you start watching your opponent, if you think about hit confirm, that is time 0. Okay, that's speed right there. Hit confirm is speed. But what if before your opponent touches you, before you touch your opponent, you're watching, you know your attack came out already, and your opponent didn't yet, and they're starting to attack later. Well, now you know it's a counter hit, but we haven't touched yet. That's what I mean by sooner. It doesn't mean I have to that my reflexes have to be jacked up, but my reference point has to be earlier, has to be sooner. if you can get used to observing things that signal to you the answer or the probable answer sooner, it will help your VF be much more ahead of time. And then you'll realize you can do this in other fighting games too, especially 3D fighters. 2D fighters are too fast, man. 2D fighters, like, that's hard. Except for when they're doing sequences, right? 3D fighters, you can do this, all of them. You can start watching your opponent's animation. You're like, I know I've got the counter hit. Or they're stuck in the crouch position. I'm very sure I'm going to get the crouch hit. Nothing's happening. I don't know if it's going to be normal hit. I don't know if it's guard, so I better hit confirm this. Sooner. Not exactly faster, but sooner. But it is true that Virtua Fighter has a rapid pace, that the intervals are smaller because, yeah, you got to make another decision, and another decision, and another decision. When you're on defense, you got to make decisions too. What are decisions on defense? He's coming at me and he's mauling me. Do I low punch? Yeah. He always sets up this pattern. He goes like punch, punch, and then throw. Oh, okay. So punch, punch. I get to launch him. That was a decision. If you only thought all I do is guard, of course you're never going to make that decision. But if you're like, okay, he's going to do punch, punch, you might do throw, so I'm going to launch him. You know. So just Virtua Fighter, like, you're making decisions when you're on defense a little more frequently in this game, but you do make these decisions in the other games. It's just some of these decisions are like combined with another decision. But in Virtua Fighter, they've been like separated a lot to where you're making these situations in a little more detail. You don't have to make all the detail now, but over time you'll start to gradually add detail to your decision making, and your decisions will get a little better, and a little better, and a little better, and a little more thinking about everything else. So at first it's about combat. After combat, it's about positioning. And then it also considers the life bar, right? And so we still have these observational points, but fortunately in this game, you can actually see it all in that area around your opponent's character. In that area around your opponent's character, you can see it all. All right, we will start the next league battle. This will be a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for hearing me out, Edohana, and I hope it didn't sound like I was talking down. I really respect what you're saying, and I really appreciate you expressing all this. So I hope this really helps. All right, there we go. All right. Hey, Serpentina, welcome. I am really glad to hear that you're enjoying Virtua Fighter so much, and we hope to be enjoying it with you. But yeah, thank you. Learning with both arcade stick and keyboard, awesome. Yeah, and do the one that you end up loving the most. Absolutely, this game works with all of them.
Round one.
Yep, keep it up a step at a time. Oh, I forgot that I'm Sarah.
Round two. Ready, go!
never be a match for me.
Thank you for the battle. Yeah, so Sente knows what I'm talking about, and I've seen Sente talk about in the Discord as well, 'cause about like the reference points and all that too. And I think a really good example, Sente, have you seen the video about, was it about like a Major League Baseball player reacting to softball pitches, right? And like why he had a hard time with it, right? Because it's like reacting to softball pitch is nothing like reacting to a Major League Baseball pitch, right? Totally different technique and everything, totally different reference points. Right. Nice. Yeah. I think it's a good. I think chess is an awesome example. I'm gonna definitely read that. Very careful of that double kick. All right, keep it up, Whitmer. Nice. Very good. Yeah, because they exactly positions and common follow-ups. Nice. Oh no. Yeah, right through you.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Good game. Good game, Phaser Cat Games.
Try again in a few years.
Man, Necromancy is awesome. I always love Necromancy's contributions to the chat, by the way. Always love. Alright, cool. I can actually read the chat while this goes on. Okay, so let's see here. Serpentina says, yeah, still doing tutorial. It's good. It's good that you're, if you're the type of person who goes through a tutorial, that's a good thing. Okay, I guess my replay doesn't get to follow them. Sorry about that. That's okay. They are fighting though. We're just not able to see it, I think. Yeah. Well, I definitely think Crossroads is going to do really well, but let's see how it goes. And I'm so excited. Yeah. So Necromancy said, yeah, set the board up in any legal position. Master players are much better at calling the falling moves with legal positions. Yeah. Set the board up in an illegal setup, and master players are no better at determining next moves. Yeah, exactly. And that's also why some people come up with variants that completely shake up the typical patterns, right? And then you realize this is so much harder to play when you play like Fisher random chess where you rearrange the bottom row, and then there's I forgot the name of it. It's like 4 digits. Um, it's it's something like like chess 1090 or something. But that one's a fun one where it randomizes certain. I think that's the same as Fisher random chess, where they just randomize the back row. Um, but yeah. But yes, well, because when you do standard opening, when you have standard position, then the incentive is to learn the what's going to result from that and all the lines of play from that. And chess really rewards deep memorization to a degree. It definitely has a lot of logic, but you're applying logic, you're narrowing you're going to run into certain openings consistently and patterns. So yeah. So there's like this huge, knowledge aspect to it. Shogi is insane. So shogi is trippy for me because when I was teaching my son shogi, because I was learning shogi and trying to teach him, and I was like, man, to get into this game, I want to learn finishing patterns. I want to learn endgame before I learn how to play this game, because of putting prisoners back into play. And because you have to structure the winning pattern. Otherwise, if you don't know the winning pattern, I feel like you have a high chance of getting stuck over like repeating ad nauseum without knowing how to completely kill them. Aside from just dominating and taking all their pieces. Yeah. Chess is definitely a good one. It is. I agree with that. All right, let me see. Sorry that my game slowed down. Right now, the graphics setting is not synced with my monitor correctly, so. Nice. Hey, Guy, Mighty Guy, good to see you. Everything's doing good. Nice. Nice. To the finish. Oh. I like that.
Knockout. Round 5. Ready, go. Knockout.
It's really huge in this game to try to look for what your opponent likes to do, can't help but do, wants to do. That is really huge. Well, it's good at looking both, but number one, I recommend looking at what your opponent wants to do or likes to do. Number two, if you're losing though, it's important to assess what it is. Like, what is it that I have trouble? Well, this is a hard one. But what is it that I have trouble controlling doing? The problem with that approach, though, is a lot of people are really harsh on themselves and end up making it harder for themselves to change what they do, is the hard part. If you can be relaxed, it's easier to do that, though. You need to be, but being relaxed is not everyone has an easy time being relaxed, but that is key. Like, relax is huge. Like that. That side throw is always so cool. It depends on where you are in NA. I get decent pings with Japan, but they're also used to playing on like ridiculous internet, so they would complain just because it's just different from what they're used to.
Round 3. Ready, go.
The Rock Reaper is just like, I've never seen Chan-Chan play Sarah. I don't know what he's gonna do. So,
You'll never be
so, I'm glad it worked out for my Sarah there. So I accidentally was playing Sarah during this league, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll stick with Sarah. But I do like to teach VF through Sarah a lot. Sorry, Reaper. Sorry for tilting you, my friend. I'm glad I can help you train on it, but still, it's like. But don't you love how good of a move 2P plus K is? It's like this is what happens when VF has a lot of easy to hit confirm attacks, hit confirm combo launches, you know. So, or at least this is what happens to a Leon player that finds a hit confirmable launcher, you know. The matchup is tough. The matchup is tough for me. Because she can actually play pretty safe. I'm not playing safe, but because she can play very safe and not commit and then punish mistakes and do simple things that could lead to good upside, I think she's really she's a much stronger character than a lot of people want to admit, but I understand why too, because you know, I don't know. It's like this game, every character does high damage. So when but it's true that in Final Showdown, Sarah had a lot of ridiculous combos that were strong against her because they could both damage her and ring her out. So, you know, Vanessa and her had that problem. John had like the easy version of it. Yeah. Nice. That's the power of delay attack. This is why Sarah is very scary with that delay. If you guys are wondering why I keep losing to it. That said, Shin Athena, you can definitely punish this elbow kick. So if I do this elbow kick, you can guard punish it with 3 PK, with any launch you want. With kick, standing kick is good too. Just kick is good. And then just like, hit like kick with, do kick. Yeah, that one, there you go. There's your punish, right? And then you can also just do kick. Like kick without any direction, neutral kick. Because Pai's neutral kick, if she's already standing, will also, like, Pai's neutral kick will, like, launch them, too, in this situation. But 3P plus K is the one. So you got it right. I'm going to do the 1-2. Yep. 1-2. Good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Keep it up. Your basics are always really good, Shin Athena. Keep this up. Nice. So this is me crushing, but if you did a mid, it would stop that. Alright. Don't worry, we're going to spar another 2 rounds. Very good. Very good. This elbow delay kick is so good. Now you understand why I lose to, why I get hit by it all the time. Like, I get hit by this thing all the time. You get it. There you go, and we punish it. Nice. Very good. Very good, Shin Athena. Alright, here we go. I was able to sneak in the crouch backdash against the predicted high. So, very good battle, Shin Athena. Keep it up. Your fundamentals, again, are good. Keep it up. I like it.
Try again in a few years.
That was a very good fight. It was a very good sparring session. You got a couple good punishes in, so keep that up. Any punish is a good punish, and of course the best punish is better. But you got them in there, and your Pai also made good use of, like, you're like, you can't frame tight play me. You did the stop sign at the perfect time. I love that stop sign. Love the stop sign. That was really good. Oh, sorry that you can't join, Guy. Good. Very good. Sanakani. Now here's another thing. This thing that Sarah does, this one here, this 6KK from Flamingo is punishable on block. You can PK punish it. It's 13 frames. Some characters have a punish, some only have PK. Like this one here, yeah. So this one, you can punish it, block it, PK it. So block the full sequence, PK, yeah. Punch, then kick, this thing, yeah. There you go. And then when you have advantage with that, you go like when you do PK punish, you want to do like an elbow after like that. So yeah, and then elbow. Yeah, like that. Or with Wolf 3P. 3P is what Wolf does. Go ahead and beat me up. It's okay, Sana. Very good. All right, let's keep sparring.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Very good. Throw is a good option too. There you go. Yes. Yes, that was good. That was good. That was good. You're not in danger if you do that. Unless I evade throw you, you're not in danger. So. Very good. PK into throw is definitely what people should get to do, but I want them to get used to the PK into a mid too. Yes, very good, Sada. Keep it up. Excellent. You've got this round. You've got this. Good game. That was a really good battle. It was a really good battle. So yeah, so when like Wolf, it's this. It's
I've got grace and power. You've got zip.
yeah. So with Sir Hicks a lot, you know that I agree with you because I believe throwing, especially when you have more health, throwing is really good to do when you have a lot of health. And it's good to do like what Sir Hicks is saying, which is when you PK punish, you can throw. And the good thing about doing it there is you can see exactly what the opponent's logic was when they used attack to beat you, or if they abaried. If you did PK into like elbow, you won't see what you interrupt, but you will, like, you'll know that they attacked. But if you have a lot of health, it's not bad to gain extra information, and sometimes using throws in mix-up situations has a dual purpose. Yeah, you want to win the situation, you want to also make them want to guard or sidestep less, but you also use it to see exactly what their plan is. Are they trying to attack safely, or are they attacking not safely? Are they swinging big, or are they just going to go poke? Because that changes your risk reward assessment. It changes how you view the reward versus the risk. Yeah, catch throw is really good. Oh my gosh, Necromancy, you're right. Necromancy, please give all the Wolf tips you want to give. Sandakan, no problem. I still don't know Sarah's stance options super well. Don't worry, but you saw the main one. So what I did was I showed you Sandakan. I showed you the mainline play that most Sarahs are going to try to do and how to punish it. And generally, you just want to block that 6KK from the Flamingo. And if you block it, she's minus 13. So you PK into mix-up game. PK into catch throw is really good. It's really, really good. Like what Necromancy is suggesting, really sick. It's like a very annoying play. Wolf is really good at being very annoying too, so yeah, keep it up. You're doing great, Sana. You play great. I just felt like, oh, this is something that they could add, they could get to know more. Yeah. So I 100% agree with Necromancy's suggestion about 6/6P plus G, which is a catch throw after PK. The kick guard cancel is a fun way to get information and do interesting stuff, and punish them if they sidestep too. Yeah. The thing is kick cancels are really strong in this game. You almost wish they were standard with every character. but then people would probably do him too much, and we'd have too much teabag accusations. But you know, so. Oh, Dusty, I'm sorry that you couldn't get back in, but I hope you'll get back in. Oh, it looks like... Are we crushed? We might be crushed. We might have... Alright, thanks a lot, Sir Hixalot. It looks like it's locked, yeah. I think we might... Oh, now it's starting the next league battle, right? Yeah, the second to last battle here. So it was 2 people that were locked. I see. That is true. Yeah, Wolf has got a 9-frame Punisher. Okay, after this game we will just restart the room because I think it's gonna be a bad room if I don't do that.
Ready, go!
I like that throw right there.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Good.
Knockout.
This move is just too good.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice. There you go. Don't ring yourself out. That was very close. Very close to something out.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Nice.
Ring out. Round 5. Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout.
Alright, good game. Good sparring, Hypergraph.
For me.
Sarah is a very I think she's a very strong character, but she's a lot of fun. Oh crap. Let's see. We'll finish this game and we will prepare for the next one. Devil Ray, try to get back in the room. Let me know if you can or cannot make it into the room. Let's see what everyone's saying here. I see. I understand, Devil Ray. Thank you very much, though. You know, I'm always happy that you're here with us. So have a good night. Rest well. And Hope the temperature's nice and cool where you're at right now. 9-frame throw is so freaking good. Like in this game, it is insanely good. Yeah, and it turns -5 into Nitaku, which is like huge. The thing about Wolf that's scary is when you play cautiously, there's a way for him to play against you. And so, like, he's a character who gets me off my comfort zone a lot. Like, when I play certain types of wolves, it's very stressful. It's incredibly stressful. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, Especia, come on in. Go ahead and come whenever you can. Go ahead and join when you can. We'll be here for you. 7K definitely is a rough one. So 7K is like what, a 15 frame launcher? I think it's 15. It's either 15 or 16, but I like to believe it's 15 frames. And like, you have to treat it as a one hit combo, because if you don't treat it that way, a lot of people get tilted. A lot of people get tilted by the idea of flip kick because it's they know it's the move that beginners want to hit people with. And so they don't want to get hit by it themselves. But like, it's a valid move. It can low crush too. Some of them can. And on top of that, the damage they do on counter hit, like Jackie's is the amount of damage as a combo, as a big combo. So like, it's 14 frames for freaking like Sarah. So Sarah can actually do like can do PG into 7K, right? Sarah can do like jab into flip kick, and you could block the jab and lose to the flip kick. So this might actually beat the 3P plus K pi, right? This might actually beat the 3P plus K pi because of the damage of flip kick. I need to double check the damage. Dusty, I understand. Yeah, have a good night and sorry about that today. Yeah, 20, I'm really sorry about that. I think we got everybody that's trying to get in the room. So it was that one crash. Specia, are you in here? Specia's here. Hell yeah. Okay, Reaper, thank you very, very much. I am going to go get a drink, though. I'm going to get a nice drink of ice water. Really glad you're in the room. We'll start a league battle soon. And in about... After this league battle, if Denkai comes back into the chat, Denkai and I will play some matches. But otherwise, we will continue doing the leagues, the dojo sessions. So the plan is to do the dojo sessions, but if Denkai comes in, Denkai and I are going to be playing some sets. So, because Denkai had made that request earlier today, and said that he could probably be up late tonight. Okay, awesome, yes. It can definitely be something after a workout for sure. But I hope you had a good workout. But yeah, I do think flip kick should beat palm. I need to see the damage got to be really high. Sarah's flip kick is 45. It definitely beats palm. So Sarah's flip kick does 45 damage. Right, that's huge. And remember, any attack that does 25 plus damage, if it counter hits an attack, or if you counter hit an attack that was 25 plus damage, you get a 75% bonus on counter hit. So like if you beat something strong, and what is pi's 3P plus K? Pi's 3P plus K, the stop sign. Pi's stop sign is 20 damage. Okay, so at least it's only plus 50% damage against the stop sign. But yeah. But yeah, jab and the flip kick is that's stupid. That's fun. Actually, I will probably do it just to train people on how to get comfortable punishing flip kick. And after this, you will punish all the people online who do flip kick against you.
Got zipped.
So yeah. Yeah, if you're sometimes with the condition you're in, it works on playing on reads instead of on reflex, especially this game. So yeah, there you go. Yes, you have the optimal punish. I will be doing lots of flip kicks, so you'll see a lot of flip kicks. So you might have to remind me before a match, but I will do it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink and then we'll fight.
Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
All right. So I am back. Thank you very much for your patience. after this game, we're gonna start the next league battle. Because it's possible that I'll be fighting Denkai tonight. Maybe, I don't know if I am.
Ready, go!
I want to talk about him a bit. Because a lot of people newer to VF don't. A lot of people that have gotten to VF in the last 5 years don't know about Denkai very well. So I'd say there's like traditionally in North America, you know, pretty much all the way through Final Showdown. You could even say Ultimate Showdown too, but let's say Final Showdown. There's been like 3 kings of North American Virtua Fighter. It starts with Adam, because Adam was basically pretty much the king, even though he lived in Japan during times, and there are times when he's here and then he's there. But Adam was one of the dominant figures in VF. Around 2005 is when I became aware of Denkai, and Denkai is also up there. And then 2012 you got Gentleman Thief, GT. And these 3 typically are the conversation about. Now, if Chief Flash is really active, there's room for Chief Flash and Rodnuts in this conversation. But generally speaking, the first 3 people that come to everyone's mind is Gentleman Thief, Adam Yuki, and Denkai. And so it's just that Denkai is more of a low-key guy. Low-key might not be the right word. What the heck happened? How come I can't do League Battle? What the heck? Okay, I have to recreate the room because League is like not working. So we will recreate the room and I will put the code into the chat. So if you have trouble getting into the room, let me know. It's 05766. 05766, passcode 4545. I think it's 4545. It might be 5656. Yeah, or 4565, is it? I apologize if I got it wrong. Everyone knows what it is anyways, so yeah. So it's still 4565. Okay. All right. So we've almost got everybody back in. I think we do. Yeah. All right. And this is a great room for people to train in. So is there anybody else trying to get into the room still? Because I will start the league battle. Or let's do 1 game and then we'll start the league battle. 1 game. We'll start the league battle after 1 game. That should give sufficient time for everyone that's trying to get in the room to do it. And then this should work out so that if Denkai comes back to the room, we can spar. So Denkai, so again, Adam Yuki came along first, then Denkai, then Gentleman Thief, and these 3 consistently are like we're the players, like the ones to beat in Virtua Fighter, and the guys you wanted to have long sessions with if you were trying to become as strong as possible in the country. And of course Chief Flash is in the conversation, and so is Rodnuts. Of course, we have newer generation players who are also really strong now, and we're in an interesting era now. But these guys are still around, and they're still practically at the top. So Denkai is still a guy kind of at the top, but so let's talk about Denkai, because a lot of you guys do know about Adam, and a lot of you know about GT to some degree. But you might not know much about Denkai, because he doesn't play in every tournament anymore. He retired from that long ago, so he just kind of plays the ones that kind of work with his schedule. So Denkai, if Americans go to Japan, a lot of the strong players really do, the players that they get fascinated with tend to be like Denkai and also like Nero from Europe, from Italy. But they get really interested in Denkai. Denkai has got some interesting skills that are pretty scary. Denkai is more of as he builds the read, he gets stronger and stronger. But he definitely brings upfront skills. And he's kind of crafty, but really what it is that he's good at attacking rhythm. He's good at sensing. If you've got a rhythm, he's gonna be a beat ahead of you and hit you out of it. He's gonna figure it out. And he gets very scary this way, and so I do see the Japanese players' radars go off when Denkai's there. You know, like I can feel it in their chats. I haven't been in Japan same time as Denkai, but I definitely read the conversations or read like or hear about that they've kind of basically he's like the player they're asking to fight against, you know, stuff like that. So yeah. Is he you know, Denkai tends to play in room battles, so he does play, but it's just not always on stream, and against a lot of the players, against a lot of some of the new players and old players, but he'll play more quietly in room battles, and sometimes he'll be on a voice chat. If Adam is playing, Denkai will probably be there. It is true that Denkai probably tends to pick his opponents because you have the luxury to when you're online, and because he's not somebody going out loud up front. That's not to say that he's picky, but he picks who he's gonna fight. He picks his timing, he picks his place, and it's, you know, like the reason he won't fight, the reason that we don't fight much is because I am running open rooms with a bunch of people, and he's definitely someone who would rather fight sets. So if he's gonna do a room, he'd prefer like maybe like Adam's 4-person room or Himajan's 4 to 8-person room. You know, that's more his style. I do the league battles. League battles are not Denkai's favorite way of playing because he likes to build the read and he likes to turn it around, and he can win outright. It's just that I think for him he might feel dirty winning just more on reads than winning on gut and winning on speculation more than that. So, you know, even in normal tournaments you hear that he would prefer it once it goes to 3 out of 5. He was very, you know, he gave kind words to me when I fought him in New York, and I know this has affected him, that he has the same mindset when we fight, like in the online qualifiers, for example, was that he was, you know, he was hoping he would not have to run into me early into a tournament because he doesn't want to get too owed by me because I'm like a wild card, right? And then, but he feels that, you know, given time, he'll be able to win that battle, and it's probably very true. Most of the time, it's very true. So I'll be very honest that he is so strong. I personally love fighting against him. Now, my way of playing in a set, you might see me do a lot of redundant stuff because I'm working it out, because I'm finding like my comfort zone to work with certain tempos. So I can see where in a set against him that the middle portion might get boring for him because I might be very stubborn. And then who knows what happens in the end game, because I might switch it up or I might stay the course. But I'm a person that also will go into conditioning as well as reading, as well as other things too. And I think you guys have gotten to know that I tend to read by feel a bit, and I tend to make bold predictions, right? Which is a bold guess, you know. So yeah. Now Chief Flash is really scary because he plays super sensible, and he plays very, you know, it's like if there's a book, he's playing kind of by the book, but in a very aggressive way, and then he uses the reads to go out to really, you know, he's going by the book, but it looks crazy because it's a good read, you know. So, but I can't comment too much on Flash because I don't watch and play him enough to really comment, but I do love fighting against him, and I love our spars, but we've only had small spars with each other, you know, so. And you guys know that I start with Reckless and work from there, so when you start from Reckless, it looks reckless, and so it takes a little while to kind of see a lot of what I'm doing, but yeah. Really nice fight between KDC and Dr. Dog. Both of these guys are from my city, so, and really happy to see them both in it. I was hoping that King Death Cradle would be going to EVO this year. It looks like he isn't able to this year. King Death Cradle has a really mean king in Tekken 7 and Tekken 8.
Ready, go!
By the way, Arcade Ghost, good to see you. Thank you very much. Yeah. It will be fun to see Chief Flash playing again. I'm looking forward. I definitely think we're gonna see Chief Flash during Crossroads. But we'll see what the prospects are. But I think the prospects are good. I think it's something where I have a feeling that like as long as it looks worthwhile for him on the creator side, then I think we'll see him really maybe dive into it a bit. But those are personal decisions. Everyone's got their circumstance, so we'll see. But I'm hoping we'll see him get very active in Crossroads. All right, and I forgot to put myself in there, so I'm not in this. Oh, let me pause it. Okay, I'm gonna put myself in there. I'm sorry, you guys, because I promised flip kick training for everybody. So everybody, I'm telling you, I am giving you flip kick training. Okay, what does that mean? Here's the thing. I'm gonna be doing flip kick a lot of times when I have advantage. Not every time, but sometimes when I have advantage, I will flip kick. You want to guard it and you want to punish it. You could evade punish it too. When you guard it, the guard stun is so huge, you have to wait a moment to punish it. That's why everybody messes it up. They don't mess it up because they're not trying. They mess it up because they input the punish early and nothing comes out. Nothing comes out because the guard stun is huge. This is like 30 frames of guard stun. So you have to like wait like half a second and then do your punish. That's the reason. Awesome.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Well, thank you so much, Arcade. Thank you for the kind words, Arcade Ghost. I'll read them later, but hopefully that my reading it doesn't turn into a creepy ASMR. But thanks for saying that my voice is an ASMR. I like to think that my voice is too nasally and too soft. But my wife says she likes that I have like a kind tone. And that it's like comforting, so you know. So I think it's the kindness that goes through.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Oh, there we go. Almost. There we go. It feels weird, right? Hypergraph? It feels really weird, but this is what I do. Hypergraph says I gotta put the ASMR tag on the stream chat. I don't think I should, but I do think that's hilarious if I did put ASMR on the tag. There we go. Good game, Hypergraph. Good game. So how does it feel trying to punish the flip kick? It feels weird, right? Yeah. Holy, that block stun is insane. The block stun is so insane because there's no block stun that's quite like the flip kick. Even the body check is not that bad for some reason. but the flip kick block stun is just stupid. Like everybody drops their punish because they input it too early.
Let's see how many
And
seconds you'll
you
learn.
input too early because you gotta like wait like 30 frames. You know, so yeah, it's like you gotta wait and then dash. It's just so annoying. Right? There you go. Punish it. Yes. Come up with whatever punish you want. This move has got so many frames. So like you got lots of room to punish. Even after that block's done, there's still a lot of room for punish. So like with Lao, you could actually do the 3 P plus K launcher. And you could do more, but yeah, it's insane. And here's the thing, it's 14 frames, so I can do it after jab. I can jab, you block it, and I do flip kick. The only thing that beats is 11 frame or 10 frame attack. There we go. Yes, punish it. Punish the flip kicks. That's today's project.
Round 3. Ready, go!
There you go. That's a decent punish. So you're doing the foolproof. You're just mashing kick so that it doesn't, and that's fine because you don't have to worry about mistiming it. Like if you do it this, so Mind's Eye is just doing kick, 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 kick because they don't want to miss the punish. They're guaranteeing that they get the punish. It's not bad what they're doing. It's just it's reasonable. So. But you can see how powerful jab into flip kick is, being a 14 frame attack, right? It's so insane, right? +2 and I can flip kick to beat any attack. You know, any attack except for a Sabaki that would somehow Sabaki this. Hey Nova, good to see you. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, my friend. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. After this league battle, if Denkai comes back, I'll have a nice battle with him. He might be asleep. It's late, his time. Otherwise, we're still doing the league battle. So I'll just, during this league, if I hear his chat, then I'll know he's ready. If not, it's okay. No judgment because it is late his time. And I know that he's got a life, right? That's the thing about Denkai was that he's like, well, I got a life, so I don't, you know, he doesn't do all VF and he's not going to do content creation. So that's why not everyone knows of him, but he's one of our legends in North America. Keep up that motivation. Let's keep getting better. These young guys are giving us a hell of a time. Alright, so right now the project I'm giving everybody is punishing flip kick, right? I told them if I get advantage, sometimes I'll go for flip kick. Because she only needs +2 for this stupid thing, right? It's a 14 frame mid, like holy cow. 14 frame mid, really? Like Pi cannot stop sign this flip kick. Yeah, he is crazy strong though. So yeah, but I was telling them a little bit about the Legend of Denkai. Not the best version of it, but I did try to tell them the legend. There you go. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's it. Best punish of the day. You gotta do PK punish.
Round 4. Ready, go!
I should be able to guard that side from it. Yes. There you go. It's 14 frame evil attack. Such an evil 14 frame attack. Ah,
Better
Here's
run
Dr.
down
Dog.
Mama now.
Alright, Especia, how will you combat this? Now, Vanessa can do a lot of things to punish a predictable flip kick, so we'll see.
Round one. Ready, go!
You want to PK punish this? I think Vanessa does have like a...
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout.
There you go. Don't try to ECD this.
Round three. Ready, go!
Nice. Okay, so that won't Sabaki that there. I was hoping this would get Sabaki the 6P, but you need more frames.
Round four. Ready, go! Knockout. Round five. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good fight, Especia. Good fight. Really, really good fight. Sorry, I ducked you. Good game. No, you played awesome. It was really good games. I know that feeling when you duck into something like 9K. I know that feeling too well. I hate that feeling too. That was very, very fun. I'm glad you enjoyed that too. I enjoyed that fight a lot. So I like a lot of what your game does. And in that second round, you cut off, like if I tried to evade, it would just fail all the time, and it was really good. You just cut off is just like stop that. It's really good. I hope we see Vanessa in Crossroads, but I know a lot of people are like worried because of Cielo's move list, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of fans for Vanessa worldwide. So.
Round one. Ready, go!
You have to kind of use some throws, maybe delay throws, and it is tough. Go ahead and combo me here. Practice wall combos is good. At the wall. Alright, let's keep at it. You do have a nice Sarah Edomai. Let's keep working on this. Have a good spar.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Good. Good. Nope. Oh, that's a cool sequence. I like that. Nice.
Knockout.
Alright, here we go.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I like your boxing. Good.
Knockout.
So here, if I block this low punch, as long as I input it before I recover, this backhand is going to beat a lot of stuff. Beat almost everything.
Go!
Nice backdash. That was a beautiful backdash.
Knockout.
I did the kick cancel here.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Nice. Good.
Knockout.
That was a really fun battle, Edomai. I hope you enjoyed that too. I enjoyed this battle. Let's keep it up. Really nice boxing. Edo, you have good boxing. You have good boxing. Now, the thing I took advantage was I jabbed in the throw. But the third time, you were like, no more of that. So that was good. That was good on the third one that you were like, no more. No more jump throw. So, you know, good fight. Good fight. I like that you're doing boxing. I like it very much. It's important. Alright, King Death Cradle, this can be very scary.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Dang it, that thing beats it. That was good. That was really good. That hurt.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Alright. That's punch probably. Good game, K2C. Good game.
Better run home to Mama now.
Alright, Sanakon, here we go. New punish flip kick. We'll see. We'll see what punish you come up. I would do 3K plus G as Wolf, but I'm sure Wolf has a bigger one. Wolf can probably do his half circle forward P plus K move or whatever. He can probably do like head crumple into something. But we'll see.
Ready, go!
Okay, have a good night and rest well, Denkai. Thanks for confirming, but it's so good to see you, man. And I hope you're doing really well, and I look forward to playing sometime soon. But have a good night, have a good day at work tomorrow, Denkai. Yep. That's one way to beat it. Catch throw is a good one. Catch throw is a solid one. You can also do 3K plus G combo. Pretty good.
Ready, go!
Nice. There you go. Very nice. All right. Now I'm going to try. This is going to be hard though. Wolf is pretty strong. Just need to guess right like 3 times and Wolf wins.
Go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go!
Very good punish. Oh, very good. Good game, Sanakon. I like the catch throw at the end. It caught me off guard. I tried attacking through it. Couldn't do it. Good game. Oh, thank you very much, Denkai. That was a lot of fun. You can use lows. You can definitely use throw escape against Wolf. It's just scary. But what you do is you just deny 6. But I know what you're saying. Yes, if you have a hard read on throw, you should attack, but you protect yourself against forward throw. Is what you do. But you're a victim to back throw, and you're a victim to positional throws and other stuff. So it becomes a very scary game. And as the Wolf player gets better at using the positioning, it's more scary. Good games. We're gonna keep going. Denkai says that he's gonna rest because he's got work tomorrow, and I think that's a wise choice. So we're gonna keep playing. We'll continue doing more another league or 2. So yeah, keep it up. It's always good to keep practicing. Yes. All right. Have a good night, Sanakon, and thank you so much. I enjoyed it very much. Splash Breeze, so glad to have you here. Don't worry, you're here for another league battle. Excellent. We'll do some mini leagues then. After this game, we'll start a mini league, and you know we'll do a bunch just so that everyone gets matches. You know. Yep. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Have a good night. Always fun. Thank you so much, Specia. Always. Really appreciate you. See here.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I'm gonna watch you all fights. So a lot of good action going on between these two. Hypergrav was having more sharpness in this round. It's good. I think they were anticipating certain attacks better. So what sharpness I'm talking about? Like their ability to block and counterattack right away from what they saw, from what it was. You know? One of the hardest things to respond to is even when you block your opponent's low punch. It's something that you kind of have to anticipate, and you kind of got to get used to seeing the animation where they cock their elbow back and they're crouching, and just know that's going to be a low punch. And if you can start seeing it at that phase, it's easier to respond to. But it's hard to respond if you're trying to hit confirm. It's really hard. Like that is why it's kind of a big skill barrier in this game, is just kind of responding to low punches, including block and counterattack with like an elbow, which is the standard. It's not even the fastest option, but it's a very secure and safe option, and so that's why it's a standard. Later on, you want to be able to do strong things from it if your opponent keeps attacking after low punch gets blocked. But then you want to start responding when they actually block to the low punch. Like, so when you block their low punch and they respond to that by like crouch dashing or defending, then now we have another game going on. So yeah. But even if that's what they do, the block and elbow is something that doesn't really get countered much except by backdash and launch or evade throw. And those are things where you're putting yourself at risk to do those, but they're high reward. So if you want to punish the person that blocks and then does elbow, that's when you do like a backdash. You know, like your low punch gets blocked, you backdash, and if they whiff with the elbow, you can hit them. But you gotta be ready and fast. Yeah, I really like KDC's Wolf quite a bit. I do. Very nice, super strong sushi.
Round 2. Ready, go!
And then, of course, for both Lao Chan and Pai Chan, this 1KK is a popular move. Now, it's not popular at higher level, though it has really good use at high level. It's just that the reason that it fades in popularity at the higher level is because that second kick is only guaranteed if the first kick, if the low kick was a recovery hit or a counter hit. Counter hit means you interrupt their attack with it. So either he's hitting them while they're still recovering from their attack, or he's hitting them before their attack hits, so he beats out their attack with the low kick. Then that second high kick is guaranteed only in those conditions. So what happens at higher level is that even if you normal hit me with that low kick, which you probably will, I can still duck and wait for that second kick and then try to punish, right? So that's the weakness of 1KK. Well, I'll do one demo game here and then we'll jump into league. And we'll do leagues and get lots of matches going for everyone.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Very nice. All right. So I'm doing a lot of duck and punish here too. Now Sarah is not the best at duck and punish, so for me, it's well 1K is a good duck and punish. I just don't play her enough, and I should do that. But 2P plus K is a good one too.
Ready, go!
Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. Yep. Now he could actually elbow because I blocked this KK. So, alright, very good stuff, Mind's Eye. Let's keep it up.
Ready, go!
I like that. That totally crushed my low, too. So right now I have to recalibrate, and I'm going to probably end up using a low punch a little bit more, just because of where I'm at in this match. Nice. That was really good. Oh no! Slowing down. But that was really good there.
Round 5. Ready, go! Excellent!
Alright, good game, Mind's Eye. That was really good. It was a really good battle. Alright, we're gonna start the league battle now. That was a very fun battle.
Better run home to Mama now.
Very good game, my friend. Alright, let's get these Portland Axe bosses in the room. Hell yeah, and he's playing Jeffrey, which I really like. I like that he's playing Jeffrey. Jeffrey's fun. Yeah, you made it in time. Good to have you here. So, because I felt I could no longer duck and punish properly, I just switched to low punch.
Ready, go!
Low punch is fine, where you just want to cleanly say, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to punish, I'm just going to cut it off. Sometimes that's what we do. Nice. Very solid punish. Nice. Oh, almost had it. I don't know what to do there either. I don't know what move would have worked.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice. There we go. Beautiful punish.
Knockout!
This thing is really scary, right? It's just such a powerful sequence.
You'll never be a match for me.
It's that it's hard even for me to punish it because of how, you know, like I don't know when I'm gonna run into it, and then it's that 30 frames. Nice punish, Portland Axe. Good punish. Look at that, quadruple uppercuts. Very good punish. It really was. What else can you do? I'm training everyone on punishing this flip kick sometimes. Sometimes it'll be a normal match. Nice. Good. You can punish this too.
Knockout.
Very nice.
Round 2. Ready, go!
So this one is just normal punch kick is the punish for that. So if you block this, punch kick. Punch, then kick. This, punch like this string.
Excellent. Round 3. Ready, go!
You actually had the right idea, and it's just that the punish was late, that's all.
Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
Nice. Nice.
Knockout.
Yeah.
Round
I understand being jealous of the Jeff punishes on that flip kick. Leon is jealous too.
Knockout.
Hey, good game, Portland Axe. Good game.
You'll never be a match for me.
I understand that, Just Miles. So you can see I'm pointing out one thing is that a couple things that I'm doing right in this league battle right now. One, when I get advantage, sometimes I'll do flip kick, and so the thing is that flip kick punish is hard because of the block stun. When you block it, there's so much time you have to wait before you can input your punish. But once you get used to it, then that'll help. So it's pretty big. All right, Mind's Eye, here we go.
Go!
Nice, like the elbow.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 3. Ready,
This is where Sarah's Okizemi is so strong. Very nice. That was good. Nice. Good throw. Oh, I tried to hop away for this one. You got me on the end. You got me on the last one. Got me good there.
Ready, go!
I like that duck. Man, can't get that meaty. Very nice. I love this while standing kick. Completely beat it. Like the meaty timing has to be perfect. Yeah. Good game. That was intense. Intense game, mindset. Good game. Her flip kick is 14 frames. That's why I'm doing it that way. That's why you're seeing me do it off jab. It's like drilling it into everybody. This is a 14 frame mid. It's insane. It's like, is it super punishable? Yes. That's why I want to train everybody on punishing it too. So... But yeah, the flip kick is 14 frames and does 45 base damage. So 14 frames already pretty scary. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. it's like a normal hit launcher and Elbow had a baby. But yeah. All right, Splash Breeze, here we go. So this is the thing I'm training people on, is I'll jab and I'll do flip kick, because if the jab touches you, the flip kick is secure, so you have to defend it. Nice. And then it's seeing how people punish flip kick. Splash Breeze, we should, I do recommend for this room, because there's people from all around the country, I do recommend setting the delay to 4 frames or higher. I can show you how to do that later. So yeah, but I'm glad you're here. Really happy to have you here. But the reason we're having rollbacks is because even though we're in the same state, but we don't have the best connection to each other. But I don't mind. I'm happy to have you here. And I can fight with this no problem myself. It's more about the other people in the room. No, it got disconnected. Okay, so Splash Breeze, I'll show you how to do it though. Even though we got disconnected, the way you do it, if we do press triangle here, we go to, I think it's options actually, and game settings, and then frame delay. Set it to about 4 or 5. The reason is if you set it to 2, it always picks the lowest of the number. So if you pick 2 frame, you're gonna have lots of rollbacks happening. This game, if we were on like a really fast connection, then 2 frames is good. If we were in Japan together, 2 frames is good. But in North America, really 3 to 5 is like kind of the spot. And honestly, in this room, I would say 4 and up is the spot. That said, really happy to have you here. It's too bad we got disconnected, but that is how you do the adjust. You can adjust the setting in here. You don't have to leave the game. You don't have to reset the computer. You can set it here in options, game settings, and then frame delay down here. Good games, my friend. Good games. faster than 14 frames would be insane. Crazy. Alright, Edomai, here we go. We're back to the Sarah mirror match. This was so much fun.
Round one.
Let's keep it up.
Ready, go!
Nice, that's a punish. Look at that punish. That was beautiful. I like that sidestep into a... You sidestep my 66k to 66k knee. That was beautiful.
Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
Nice. Very nice.
Ring out.
All right, here we go. Round 5.
Round five. Ready, go!
Nice KP. That's it. Good game. That was awesome, Edo. That was a lot of fun. Good game, Edo, man. Good game. That was a lot of fun. Very nice side punish. Excellent side punish. And I also like the KPs when you had those. Those are really good. It's a really good move of Sarah's too. KP is a really good move. Alright, Mind's Eye got it. So Mind's Eye has got the 4 wins. Good job, Mind's Eye. You guys do you all want to do another league battle here? We'll do probably 2 more, or do you guys need like some moment to drink water? Let me know if you need a break or if you want to go straight into it. Hypergraph, thank you very, very much. Okay, Portland Axe is down. Awesome. Okay, after this game, we'll start another league battle. It'll probably be the last one, actually, but it's been a lot of fun. Kasano, really good to have you here. Oh yeah, Splash Breeze, welcome back. Yes, good to have you both here. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so after this game, we will start the next league battle.
Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go!
Yeah. I don't know what the thumbs downs were for, but I appreciate the thumbs ups. Awesome, Kusano. I'm really glad you're able to catch it. I'm really glad you're able to join us. You will find it, Hypergrav. You will. Mix-ups and playing on timing 1 are sus. Alright, here we go. Wrong, upside down. Yeah, it is true. Portland X plays with a modded controller that's been modded to play Southpaw. So the buttons are still where they were, but the stick is has been installed upside down relative to it.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2,
Alright, I don't mind. Here we go.
go!
So good.
Knockout!
Very good. That was very good use of frames, very good coverage, and use of the wall.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4, ready, go!
Very good. Flip kick's a good punish.
Knockout!
Alright, here we go.
Round 5, ready, go! Knockout!
Good game. Very good game. Very good game, Edahana. These Sarah mirror matches have been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Keep it up. Crafty Matt, because I went to LA Gathering, everyone that went to LA Gathering was able to get the in-game title for it. So yeah. And this, I'm hoping that this year, if you go to LA Gathering, you get LA Gathering title too. I think, hopefully. So we'll see how that works out. Optimistic though. Yeah, LA Gathering is an amazing event. It really is. Such a blast. It's my favorite event personally, so that's why it's the only one it's the only Virtua Fighter event I budgeted this year for, like, you know. So yeah. That said, if you are on the East Coast and in the Midwest, there's also the Ohio Gathering on August 1st in Columbus, Ohio. That's going to be an awesome event. It's a one-day event for that one. LA Gathering is a 2+ day event. It's usually, it's actually a 3-day event, but, you know, the main days are Friday and Saturday, but there is a Thursday that people can come in and enjoy matches. I Personally, gatherings are my favorite. I love majors a lot, but I really love gatherings the most. Yes, personally. So Sente feels me on that. Sente knows how like I do like majors a lot, but I really love gatherings. Oh. Yeah, Crafty Matt. Yes. So yeah, you remember the old gathering in SoCal? Yes, Plague's house was amazing. LA Kira's place was awesome, and also Sega Cup when we combined that with the events happening around it as a gathering, super amazing also. So yeah, that's right. Um, yeah, SoCal Gathering was so much fun. I still do have the shirt and DVD from Plague's SoCal Gathering. Thanks so much to Plague. Also, wonderful organizer and member of our community who did a lot for us, especially back then and for many years to come. He also was a commentator personality and he did run tournaments. So, yeah. I'm excited for what the OG grows into, but I definitely want people to make this one go really, really well. Um, I want both Lag and the OG to be the VF events to attend. Yeah, me too. Yep, I still remember Sizzler. Man, the Sizzler tournament was fun. Sizzler tournament was fun. That okay, so the Sizzler tournament happened the week. What was the name of the tournament? It was a sponsored tournament. Like it was a tournament that had that people were trying to. It was held at like a Best Buy like type of place, but like Denkai won the tournament. It was awesome. But yeah, that weekend was such a blast. And then we had the Sizzler tournament during the gathering. That's separate. These two are separate. So much fun. Rodnuts was at the SoCal gathering though, the one that did have a Sizzlers tournament.
Ready, go!
Alright, Mind's Eye, here we go. So Mind's Eye, if I block these, you can do elbow. You're like +2. I mean, I shouldn't block him, but that was good. Really good Mind's Eye. Yeah, totally destroy the Sarah, please.
Ready, go!
Good. Yes, punish it.
Knockout!
Punish it. Punish her. I was like, I know your lock can beat my Sarah. I believe it.
Go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
My brain cannot see KK today, and that's okay. But I have to work around it though because it's not seeing it today.
Knockout!
That was a close battle. That was intense. Good game, my friend. Good game. Good, intense game. It was a lot of fun. Crafty Matt, awesome. Yeah, so I'm really happy that you and Plague are still good friends. I do miss Plague. I hope he's doing really, really good. He does look great. He look like the photos I've seen of him looks like he's doing quite great. Yeah. Rodnut seems to be good. I chatted with Rodnuts not long ago. Yeah. That was awesome.
Let's see how many seconds you'll last.
How have you been doing, Crafty Matt? I hope you've been doing very, very well. That was such a fun round, Kasano. That round was a lot of fun.
Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout.
Very good. That was an awesome round.
Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 5. Ready, go!
Good game, Kasano. That was a blast. That was a really, really fun battle.
I've got grace and power. You've got zip.
So he said, I have 2 adult kids, both in college now. Happy to hear that. Fell out of the FGC because of dad stuff. Hey, I appreciate that. I understand, man. But it has been well worth it. Yes, totally. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Crafty Matt. I'm really happy to hear that, Matt. So... if I ever move out to that area, I'll let you know. So, you know. We're having fun playing Sarah. I accidentally picked Sarah today, and then I was like, okay, let's do it. So, yeah. But it's really good. It's a really good character for training too. Good. Punish this. Always punish the flip kick. It's tricky to punish, but you want to get used to it. But even if I get this jab on you, this flip kick, you can't attack it, so you gotta be careful if I get this jab to touch you. Because this kick will be then the attack. So the trick is to block the flip kick and punish it. So block the kick flip, punish it. Evade also works. But it is hard to do. Very hard to.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice. There we go. Boom. So you want to do forward and kick, and that will launch me. And then you can do any string you want after forward and kick. So if you hit forward and kick at the same time, you do a big knee launcher with Jeffrey, and it will launch them, and then you can do any string you want, and it's pretty strong. So let's try that one. Block the flip kick, do that forward and kick same time.
Ready, go!
Yep, that works. That works too. You have to wait a moment because the problem with this flip kick is the flip kick puts you in such a stun that you have to wait before inputting your punish. That's the hard part. That's why a lot of people miss it, is that they end up hitting too early and so nothing comes out. So it's like you have to wait a bit, and that's the hard part. That's why I'm drilling people on this, because normally they can punish, but they have trouble with the flip kick. Alright, let's do it. Let's fight this out. But that's the right move. You had the right move. Yes, that's the move. That's the kick. Let's do it. You got it. You got this. It takes a bit. You can't hold it. You got to tap it, but you got to wait till he's almost recovered. And then hit forward and kick same time. There you go. That's it. That's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. We'll keep practicing this. All right. But yeah, you got this. You got this, my friend. It's tricky at first because of the amount of guard stun. Guard stun meaning like when you block it, you're like, ah, right? And her flip kick makes you get stuck for so long that it's easy to hit it or to mess up the punish. But you'll get there. That's why we're training it. Yep. Punish 6 PK too, but we started at, one thing at a time, right? All right, that was really fun. Good stuff. Congratulations again, Mind's Eye. That was excellent. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I had a good time tonight. This was good. We went till about 11. Well, not quite 11:30, but I'm going to take care and do some stuff tonight. But I appreciate you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I hope you guys are having fun playing via I sure am. But yeah. The flip kick makes it hard. It's the flip kick is a whack thing because it puts you in such a big guard reel, the guard stun, that like you're taking forever before you recover from that stun. So even though she's taking forever to recover, you're taking forever too. And that's why a lot of people have trouble punishing it. Yeah. That's kind of why tonight I was like, oh, I'll just do this because, might as well be a public service, help people practice doing this because it's hard. It's very hard. Like it's in the heat of the match. And this game where you're playing really rapidly, suddenly this thing slows everything down. So yeah. All right, good games. Thank you so much. Thanks, Super Strong Sushi. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your help. I appreciate all your support, everyone. And thank you guys so much. Miles too. Good shout out to Miles. I mentioned earlier, Miles had gone to LA Gathering. I really appreciated you and your family being there, and really appreciate you. So let's keep it up. And Crafty Matt, thank you very much for checking out the stream and the support. Really happy to have you here and really appreciate you. Congratulations on fatherhood. Congratulations on the two young adults that have grown up. My kids are still young, but it's a lot. But I did get to, in a time of temporary retirement, I was able to work on a lot of things with my kids, and it was productive and it helped guide them and get them to where I kind of wanted them to be going forward. And so that was good time invested. And now I'm going to be trying to invest my time in other things, but like work again. But I can say that it was really good that I did that when I did. So now I'm ready to work. But fatherhood is parenthood is, it's a real blessing. And I know like it's cliche, but like it changes your life. Like just like what people say, though it may be at different times for you, and not for everyone, but for like probably I'd say 95% of people out there, it changes your life. There's 5% where it might not, but I think for the 95%, parenthood really changes things. And it's it's one of those things where when I talk about my past or something with my kids, they're like, so do you wish like you could have done that thing or that things were different? And I was like, no. And they're like, why? It's like, well, because now I don't want to imagine a world where you guys weren't there. So who knows how the world would have changed if things changed in the past. But I'm very happy with how they are now because I've got my kids, and I don't want that to change. So, and I think I think 95% of parents out there know exactly what I mean by that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't have kids when you first met me? Okay, good to know. Okay, that does make sense though, because I don't remember exactly when we met, but I know, but yeah. But you've already given me a timestamp for it, so that's why I'm like putting it together in my head, but yeah. And hey Chad, it's good to see you. How are you doing? Did you get good rest? Thank you for all the time you gave us last night. You gave Tricky and I a lot of time, and I appreciate it greatly. It was an honor to chat on your stream, and I enjoyed the conversation very much. So, thank you very much, Chad. I really appreciate it. And again, I appreciate your time because I know I know that there was sunlight by the time that we finished that conversation. So it looked like there was sunlight in the room. So I was like, so thank you very much for your time, and I hope you got good rest and good productive work done too. But yeah, have a good day at work. Thanks for the love. Cheers, man. Absolutely. All right, and Matt, thank you very much too. Thank you very, very much. It's good to have you here. And Edohana, yes, my pleasure. I'm happy to keep giving more tips. Keep it up. You're playing great. I really like your Sarah, so let's keep sparring. Those were so much fun. But yeah. Yes, please reach out to me for training. You can reach out. You can find me easily on Discord. If you're on the official VF Discord or any VF Discord or fighting game Discord, you could probably find me in the list, and then you could just add me that way. And if you see me on X or on Blue Sky, you can also message me on those platforms as well. So yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, Sente. Sente says, hey, I always appreciate Chad showing his support for VF. I really do appreciate it a lot. Me too. The thing is it's very sincere with Chad, and that's what's awesome. You know, it's sincere, and we can see Chad doing all the maths. We can see Chad applying perspective, and so we really appreciate the time he puts into VF. But he also is looking at the long game too, and I think we all believe in the long game as well. But it's like, but that said, it's more that you can tell that Chad sincerely sees what we see in Virtua Fighter and is really loving that too, along with the other things he loves. So yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Edohana. We'll continue the chat soon, and let's definitely get a session going soon. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna find someone to raid while we're watching this VFTV, and we'll see who we can raid. Usually we can, but I'm not used to doing this. It's been like a year since I did Thursday nights. Like, I used to do Thursday nights a lot. But the tricky thing is that I end up having a lot of fighting game nights this year that are Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And I really want to support locals. Like, supporting locals is a really important part. Some of them are streamed, but they don't stream the VF. But supporting both fronts, you know, you want to support your local scene and you want to support your region. Online helps you support the region, and then of course you want to support the online environment too. So things have gotten more complicated, but it's a good thing, and we've got better tools than we've ever had. So see how that goes. All right, so right now, looking at who we could stream, there's quite a few. Virtua Fighters first though. We got some new people doing Virtua Fighter. How about that? So let's see. Who is this person? That switched to Fight Night. By the way, that's a legit thing to say. It's UFC, but here's the thing. I personally like the Fight Night games. Now that said, I don't like what happened when Fight Night Team was put onto Def Jam Icon, because I love Def Jam Vendetta and I love Def Jam New York, and Def Jam Icon was sadly terrible. It's like, if you want to imagine the worst case scenario for like Virtua Fighter Crossroads, that's Def Jam Icon. but that said, Virtua Fighter Crossroads is going to be amazing. It's not going to be Def Jam Icon. Okay. But you know, but I think the legacy of that studio, I guess, is now the UFC games. So I do see somebody playing a UFC game that was streaming VF earlier, and so I do think there is, someone had mentioned, like, you know, you might see the Fight Night crowd or the UFC crowd really get into like Virtua Fighter Crossroads, and I hope so. And I think there's a connection there. I think so. But I personally am a fan of the old Fight Night games. I like them a lot more than Knockout Kings, actually. Though Knockout Kings was getting good and then they became Fight Night. But I do like it when they became Fight Night. I think they really were onto something. Um, and but I'm also a big fan of the Hajime no Ippo Victorious Boxers fighting boxing games on the PS2 and PSP. It's amazing, but it's very different flow. Fight Night is how a lot of people imagine a boxing game to be. Victorious Boxers really represents the anime and boxing well, but it's, if you think VF is fast, that game is ridiculously fast. That game you're playing on flow state, and it looks like endless mashing for casual. And then my cousin watched me play it, and he's like, "Can you teach me how to play it?" Because he saw me ducking and weaving and like, and like playing like the fastest boxing scene, but seeing me actually counter hit and weave and like, like suddenly like do like a cross counter in the game, and it just blew his mind because he said he couldn't do that himself. I was like, well, it's a game where you keep playing it, just like VF, just play it, and as you play it, suddenly you start getting into a zone. It starts getting into you. You start feeling it, and you start getting into the rhythm, and you start seeing stuff. So, yeah, that game is nuts. But see what happens. But I haven't played much of the recent UFC games as much, so I should see what they're like nowadays. Check this other streamer. Okay, so now we've got streamer who is streaming from Japan. I'm likely to raid the Japanese streamer, but looks like there's a humor bent to them. But the skill level is a developing level, so it is actually good to watch developing players in Japan. Now this one, it's more on the level that's similar. It's figuring a lot of general stuff and general flow stuff from what I'm watching. If you watch like the orange ranks, or not the orange, if you start watching like the stuff that like the 30s, if you watch Japanese players in the 30s, it's really good to watch those matches. And the reason is because you're going to see what the high level players playing around, what they're trying to make sure it doesn't happen. So you get to see like the big plays, you get to see the big combos, you get to see like the big setups really. And it's really helpful to understand those things because you don't get much of that picture when at the high level they're trying to do what they can to avoid all that stuff, right? But they can still lose to it, but it's like when it happens at high level, it comes out of nowhere, so it's harder to appreciate. I'm gonna keep looking at other raid targets though. That one looks fine, but I want to see if there might be something that's even more entertaining for you guys, because I really care about that.
You'll never be a match for me.
Very interesting stuff. I think we're gonna go ahead and do that though. I think there's some interesting stuff tonight on the Thursday night. Let's do that. Let's watch more VF and support more content creators doing VF. So here we go.
Let's talk more action. Round one.
Okay, so let's see. Chad says, my sleep schedule is screwed, but I'm moving to Taiwan. And yeah, so your sleep schedule will be fine in Taiwan. So it's probably for the best, yes. And I love Taiwan. I was only in Taiwan in November, and only for 3 days, but I really, really liked it. I loved it a lot. I was in Taichung, and I was in Taipei. And Chad, there are VF players in Taipei and in Taichung. We will get you connected. I need to add you online, and I will put you in with the group. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be there, you're gonna have to have Line anyway. Is it Line? Or is it WeChat? So yeah, it's WeChat, right? So no, WeChat's China. I'm sorry. I'm in both, so that's why. If you need me to authorize you for a WeChat account, though, I'll be happy to. That would get you with the Chinese community, though. Yeah, so I'm looking at the Chinese group right now. This thing is just spamming like crazy right now, the messages. but I'll get you connected with the Taiwan community. They're awesome, and Havoc is there. Havoc from Poland. He lives in Taichung now, and yeah, you're in good hands. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Guys, have a good one.